You're listening to Cullman Community Radio's Cullman County Sports Channel. Tonight's broadcast will begin in about 1 minute. You're listening to Cullman Community Radio's online channel for sports in Cullman County. Tonight's broadcast will begin in about 30 seconds.
The season is entering its fourth week. Teams are starting to settle down and run like machines. Some machines run like racing engines, and some of those machines struggle and they break down. The Fairview Aggies are rolling, humming like a well-oiled machine. Their opponents tonight suffered a hard loss to regional foe Chrisville last week. But the Ardmore Tigers always play hard. Every game I've witnessed, they played until the last second. Tonight, Fairview looks to continue its regional dominance and return to a 4-0 record, while the Ardmore Tigers are looking to right the ship and continue into the playoffs. Which team is better prepared? It's time to strap on the helmets and find out. It's time for Friday Night Live. Welcome to Dafford Smith Stadium. I am Christopher Greer, joined by my partner in crime, Joseph Greer. Dad, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good tonight, Chris. How about yourself?
Well, let's see if we can get our sideline reporter to chime in. We have a new sideline reporter tonight. Our normal one could not make it, so we have somebody new. Charlie, are you in position? All right. And I believe we're having a little bit of trouble with the sideline. We'll get that sorted out. Guys, it's going to be a great game tonight. Again, Ardmore always plays Fairview tough, Dad.
Yeah, they always do. Even when we've gone up there, we've had to struggle to come back to W. But, you know, it's perfect down here. Field's dry, cooling off. It's not too bad. It's, you know, it's football weather, Chris. It's still summer, but it's getting there.
Well, let's talk real quick about our sponsors and give them some love. The broadcast booth is sponsored by 212 Insurance Group, providing the extra degree of service that you deserve. Our first and second half kickoffs, the opening kickoffs, sponsored by Shattuck's Garage Doors. More than just garage doors, experience the Shattuck's difference. Sideline reporting, that's sponsored by Ditto's Transmissions. Honest and reasonable, trust Ditto's for all your transmission needs. And I can say this, Dad, I've been a customer of Ditto's Transmission and had nothing but a great experience working with them. Our scoring recaps will be sponsored by CCM Garage Doors. Don't fight the ups and downs of aging garage doors. Call CCM. Coaches' interviews are sponsored by Owens Home Appliance Center. Quality products, quality service, quality pricing. It's M&A. First down sponsored by the Branding Iron Steakhouse, leaving their marks on great steaks. And our halftime show is sponsored by 212 Insurance Group, providing that extra degree of service for all your insurance needs. And I believe, Dad, you and I have something in common. We're actually customers of 212 Insurance Group.
Yes, sir, we are. And well pleased. I had a claim not long ago, and it was paid promptly.
Well, we're going to talk a little bit now about what happened last week all around the different areas. You know, Fairview had a big night, Dad. It was a Branding Iron Bowl. We'll start with the Aggies. And it was all Aggies. Colt Redding had a world of a night. 3 touchdown passes, all to Chase Stevens, and it was all on the same play.
Yeah. Well, it's something else Colt Redding did, and I always like to hear about this. On a kickoff, he kicked it through the uprights. You know, that's getting the hoof into it right there.
Well, you know, he's done great in the kicking game. You know, special teams have been really big for the Aggies this year. Every game they've had a big play in special teams, and it helps the team out so much. For West Point last week, they just couldn't get it done, and Fairview was just too much for them. You know, when we go down the road to Vinemont, it was a different story for the Vinemont Eagles. They picked up their first win of the season, knocking off Phil Campbell in a 5A or Class 3A Region 5 opener. Then.
Yeah, they did. And, you know, you got to root for Vinemont. You really, truly do. They've got a relatively young new coach, and they're still in there plugging away. I'm glad to see them get a W.
Well, so am I. Charlie, can you hear me down on the sideline? All right, point it back this way. And, all right. Well, Vinemont picks up the win. It was a tough game. It was actually a tie game going into halftime. And Vinemont come out in the second half, got in the end zone, and it was like watching 2 heavyweight boxers just throw punches. You know, they responded to every big play Phil Campbell had. You know, Vinemont had touchdown runs by Gabriel Herrera. 2-point score by Josh Roach tied it midway through the third. And Vinemont goes down. Phil Campbell scores again. Ben Vinemont's Caleb Slane runs the kickoff back 70 yards. And that was pretty much it. In the fourth quarter, Slane, he intercepted a pass that set up the go-ahead touchdown, and he also scored it. Going up the road to Addison, Dad. Addison handled Schultz Christian very, very roughly, winning 68-8. And touchdowns by Zane Smith, Elijah Roberts, Ben Bridges. They each had touchdown runs. Roberts also 3 touchdown passes to Smith and Judah Wilkins. So it was a big, big night for Addison.
Addison, historically, is, you know, had their struggles from time to time, but they got a good, solid program, or they used to. I'm not keeping up with it to the point I know how they're doing now, you know, with their coaching staff, who they are. But they have a history.
They do, yes. You know, they have a history, and that history, it means something to them.
Yeah, it does. Well, just like here at Fairview. Fairview's got a lot of history, and, you know, you can see an abundance of former players every time you come out here because they're still supporting the team.
Right. Well, we're going to go to Class 4A Region 5 now. Good Hope. Man, Good Hope Raiders, they just absolutely annihilated Fultondale 52-0. Parker Johnson collected 3 touchdown passes. The Raiders had 3 defensive scores. It's hard to lose when you score 3 times on defense, Dad.
Yeah, it really is. And, you know, they're clicking again. They're like a sewing machine. You know, they are. They come out and pour it to them.
Well, that's going to be, we're going to take a quick break right there. We'll come back and finish last week's roundup after these messages. You're listening to the Fairview Aggie Sports Network.
Hey, Cullman drivers. Are you tired of the hassle and confusion when it comes to buying a car? Well, we've got fantastic news for you. Meet Adam Aker at Mitch Smith Chevrolet in Cullman, your go-to guy for a no-nonsense car buying experience.
Hey, folks. Adam here. You know, buying a car shouldn't be stressful. That's why at Mitch Smith Chevrolet, we pride ourselves on transparency, trust, and there's never any BS at MS.
That's right. Adam Aker and the Mitch Smith Chevrolet team are changing the game.
I live and breathe Cullman, just like you. So when you step into our showroom, you're not just another customer, you're family. Together, we'll find the perfect vehicle to fit your needs and budget. Remember, Adam Aker, Mitch Smith Chevrolet, what's not to love?
At Plus One Heating and Air, we believe in more than just fixing your HVAC system. Our team of skilled technicians is dedicated to providing top-notch service with a smile. Whether it's installation, repairs, or maintenance, you can trust Plus One Heating and Air to get the job done right the first time.
I've never experienced service like this before. Plus One Heating and Air not only fixed my heating system promptly, they also ensured everything was running smoothly. They truly care about their customers.
So when you're in need of heating and air services, remember the company that's willing to walk that extra mile for you. Plus One Heating and Air, where trust meets exceptional service.
Welcome back to Friday Night Live here on the Fairview Aggie Sports Network. And, Dad, it is a beautiful, beautiful night for football.
It sure is. And, you know, Ardmore's starting to fill in the stands across the way from us here, Chris, but they've got a good showing that's traveled a good distance. But the Fairview fans, we're already jammed up here.
Right.
Where we sit, in case you don't know, we sit in front of the concession stand, and there are lines of people waiting. Looks like the Hill folks are back. You know, we got seating, our people sitting all the way down the sides, both sides here for Fairview. So this community supports this team big time. But no wonder, Chris. Latest ranking, I think they're 4.
Yeah.
Like 5A.
Yeah, there's a saying that success breeds success.
True.
And that's something I think we've seen here at Fairview. It's really hard to argue with a 10-0 regular season record last year.
Yeah, it is. And they've made playoffs last 3 years. I think 4 years, haven't they?
They have, yes.
Yeah. So it's a quality program. You know, they learn a lot and they enjoy it. Everybody supports it.
You know, speaking of the quality programs, let's talk about a quality program that's on its way back up, Dad. And I'm talking about the Holly Pond Broncos. And I'll tell you what, it tickles me to be able to say that.
Yep.
Holly Pond this last week knocked off Sylvania. Boston Gibbs ran for 4 touchdowns for Holly Pond. He is absolutely running wild, having one heck of a year. He scored from 79, 2 yards out, 55 yards out, and 7 yards out. And he just got it done. The Broncos got it done again. They go to play Brindley Mountain this week, and I think they're going to continue on, with that winning track. Down in Class 2A, Region 6, Susan Moore and Cold Springs had a shootout, 66-50. And, the Cold Springs Eagles scored points, but they couldn't find a way to slow down Susan Moore. Susan Moore is for real this year.
Yeah, but you got to hand it Cold Springs Eagles. They have been in the darkness for several years.
They have.
I mean, they'd be scheduled for some homecoming games. But it's good to see them finally get back to where they are competitive and fielding a good quality team.
Right.
I talked to a guy yesterday, and he brought it up to me because he knows that I do Fairview games, and he brought it up to me. He says, man, we're finally starting to play right. And, the community out there, spread out as it is, still has pride. And they're tickled to death with what's going on there.
Well, and they should be. Further down the road, Gordo played Hansville, and Hansville had no answers for them. Lost big 72-8.
Yeah, WBRC JJ in the morning was at Hansville today, if I'm not mistaken, on a pep rally, a televised pep rally on Channel 6. Well, so maybe that'll get a little fire into them.
Hopefully it will. The other game to talk about last week was Athens playing Cullman. That game was probably the game of the week.
Yeah.
It was a seesaw battle back and forth. Athens finally holds Cullman off 41-38. I did not think it would be that close. Hats off to Cullman. I'll say this. Cullman's 0-3, but Cullman is showing signs that they're starting to turn things around a little bit.
Well, they're coming back to life.
Yes.
So I live close past Cullman, really. I live Spring Hill, but it's, the degree of football that's in Cullman County is unreal. People love their football here, and they love their football teams. And Cullman is probably no different than it is in Fairview or, Good Hope or anywhere else.
Right. Well, that game, very close. Cullman's starting to come back, that's good for Cullman County.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to see the quality of competition get watered down. And honestly, the athletes have always been there. There's no excuse for Cullman not to be a power, especially in North Alabama.
Yeah, well, I believe they've got a new coaching staff, everything, new head coach.
They do.
And, sometimes things get stale. You have to go ahead and stir the batter a little different way. But it looks like it's having an effect in Cullman.
Well, things are certainly not stale here at Dafford-Smith Stadium. The crowds are still filing in. We got about 15 and a half minutes to go until game time. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to go ahead and hear from the Ardmore head coach. We'll also play an interview with Coach Redding. You're listening to the Fairview Aggies Sports Network.
Hey, Cullman fans, when it's game time, it's pizza time, and nobody brings the flavor like Pasquale's Pizza, a Cullman tradition with the original recipe since 1968. We're talking fresh, made from scratch dough, zesty signature sauce, and a mountain of melty cheese. Still made with the same recipe you've loved for over 55 years. You can dine in or carry out and taste the hometown tradition that's been winning since day one. Pasquale's Pizza, a Cullman tradition, and still making it the way we used to, because that's how Cullman likes it.
In today's world, broadband internet is an absolute necessity. Unfortunately, the large cable and phone companies only provide broadband internet where it's profitable for them. For the rest of us, there's Cyber Broadband. Providing internet service since 2004, Cyber utilizes a small radio antenna to deliver broadband where cable and DSL don't go. You can join the 21st century today with Cyber Broadband, supporting streaming, VPN access, and everything else you've been wanting to do with that slow internet connection. It's Cyber Broadband for the win. They can be found online at cyberbroadband.net or look them up on Facebook.
Welcome back to Dafford-Smith Stadium, Friday Night Live here on the Fairview Aggies Sports Network. And, I had a chance to sit down and talk with Coach Snyder of the Ardmore Tigers. And this is the interview that I had with Coach Snyder earlier this week.
Hello, everybody. This is Christopher Greer with the Fairview Aggie Sports Network, and I'm joined on the line with the Ardmore Tiger head coach, Jonathan Snyder. Coach Snyder, thank you so much for taking the time out of your schedule to join us.
Hey, appreciate you calling out, guys. I really do appreciate it.
Last season, the Ardmore Tigers had a good year. You finished 8-3 last season. You were third in your region. Is this a year you might make a run at trying to knock someone off for a region title?
It would be nice. I think that was probably a lot of expectations on paper, but year to year, everything's different. We were very fortunate to have a good number of our offensive starters back from last year. We lost a good number on defense, but we felt like we were still returning a good enough portion of our nucleus to maybe build on what happened last year. And, still got 7 games at least ahead of us. So it's not anything that happened last week's not the end of the world. But, you when you take a loss like we did last week versus Priceville in the manner in which it was, which hats off to them because they whipped our tails. You sort of have to go back to the drawing board and say, hey, look, man, we may be okay on paper, but like when the rubber meets the road and that first whistle blows, like, are we man enough to go block and tackle people, which is what it boils down to. And last week we did not do a real good job of it. It's not the end all be all by any stretch of the imagination, but I do feel like that probably a lot of people had high expectations, and we did too of ourselves. And right now, we're sort of trying to just really survive a little bit instead of try to go and try to obtain our goals. And so we went back to work this week and hopefully get some things figured out. And, who knows, when you're dealing with 15, 16, 17-year-old kids, every day is going to be different, much less week by week. So, we just got to right the ship and hope corrections that were made are going to be good and kids go play hard.
Well, you talked about, firing off a line block and making tackles. Your defense is going to be challenged this week. This Fairview Aggie offense is averaging about 43 points a game. They're rolling. What are you going to have to do to try to contain Fairview, especially on the edge?
play 14 or 15 guys on defense, maybe.
Now, I've seen some officials that might let that happen, actually.
No, man, I tell you what, I've got the utmost respect for Coach Redding. I know he's been there for a long time and has done an unbelievable job with that program. He was one that when I got the Ardmore job 5 years ago and we started playing the year after that, which was my second year, he was always willing to lend a hand, help out, somebody that I could call. We talked. I think we have very much a mutual respect for one another in the way in which we run our programs. Now, obviously, he's at a level with his kids that really we want to get to where it doesn't matter who we play. We're going to play to that level of competition or higher than that week in and week out. So, we've got our work cut out for us. I mean, we missed probably, I don't know, maybe 35, 40 tackles last week against Priceville. That is uncalled for. And that is something that to me, you can teach tackling all you want to, but until you decide that you want to go put your face on somebody, then it's not going to occur because people are going to run hard. And so, we better tackle extraordinarily better than we did last week. And we better, I'm not saying we got to play above our heads, but what Fairview does offensively is that they make you mess up, if that makes sense. And so they wait for you to make a mistake. And when you make a mistake, they're so sound that they're able to take advantage of it. And before you know it, you're fighting a losing battle with a really, really good defense that you can't score a bunch of points on, and you're fighting an uphill battle. And there's really, it's almost dying a death by 1,000 razor blade cuts. Like it's a miserable night when you have to play them because they're just, you can't do anything to stop them most nights. And so, we've got to be a lot better at that, at the point of attack. And then when we have somebody sitting in a hole or ready to make a tackle, I get we got to make a tackle.
Right.
That's very much an armchair quarterback statement, but that's what it boils down to. Like, you got to tackle people. And we haven't done a good job of that. And hopefully we'll be better this week.
I'm going to ask you one more question, Coach, then I'll let you get back to your day. Every team kind of has some leaders, some usually upperclassmen who are steering the boat, who are keeping everything going the way it should. Those leaders are going to have to step up this week. What are those leaders going to have to do Friday night to really lead that team on the field?
Well, so one thing I noticed out of our kids last week is that when things started to hit the fan, we were almost surprised by it. And when I say surprised, that may not be the right word. It caught us off guard, and we were not able to really overcome it. And at that point in time, we've got 9 guys that started on offense last year. We've got 5 guys that started on defense last year. Like, they've been through games where we've been down and we battled back, or at least fought our guts out to battle back. And at that point in time, those guys can't be the ones you look at and you're like, oh crap, their eyes are somewhere else,
right.
And so, I trust my guys. I love them to death. I wouldn't want to play with anybody else. But in those moments, when they've been in those moments before, they've got to be the ones that bring everybody else with them. And last week we did not do a good job of that. And so this week, going into a tough environment with a really, really good football team, like, when things start to hit the fan, if they do, like, those guys have got to grow up a little bit and lead everybody else. And that's really what we went back to practice this week to figure out who are those guys. So maybe it'll happen. Who knows if it will, but maybe it will.
Well, Coach, we're going to find out Friday night. I wish you all the luck in the world. Ardmore has always played Fairview tough for as long as I've been calling these games. I expect nothing less on Friday night. Good luck to you and your team, and thank you for taking the time to join us on the Fairview Aggie Sports Network.
Thank you so much.
All right, have a great day, Coach.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Bye.
When it comes to securing a home loan, you want someone who knows the ropes and can guide you every step of the way. That's where Josh Phillips of Maven Mortgage comes in.
I'm Josh Phillips with Maven Mortgage Group. You can reach me at 256-338-2920. And whether it's your first time buying a home or your fifth time, we'd love the opportunity to serve you and your family in all your home financing needs.
Josh Phillips and Maven Mortgage. Their name says it all. Experience you can trust. knowledge that works for you. With one phone call, you can take the next step toward your dream home with Josh Phillips of Maven Mortgage. Your home, your future. Josh Phillips at Maven Mortgage. 256-338-2920. 256-338-2920. NMLS number 338177.
Welcome back to Dafford Smith Stadium at Friday Night Live, and we just heard from the coach of the Ardmore Tigers. Now, let's hear from Coach Redding of the Fairview Aggies.
Hello, everybody. This is Christopher Greer with the Fairview Aggies Sports Network, and I'm joined by Coach Redding. Coach, first off, congratulations last week, and thank you for taking time out to join me.
Oh, thank you for having us, and I appreciate it. Super excited about the victory. Anytime you get a chance to get on the field and play against West Point and one of our county rivalries in the Brandon Iron Bowl, and you're able to have some success, that's always a good thing.
Last week you went out in the Brandon Iron Bowl, like you said. It's a regional game. You had a pretty good week offensively. I noticed at times the offensive line seemed to take control of the game, and they seemed to be playing physical football. How do you think the big guys up front did?
I think they did a tremendous job, and I think what we're getting, same thing we've got in the last few years, are a lot of loaded boxes, and so that's not an easy job for our offensive line. They understand that we're going to get outnumbered at times in there, but we're still expected to move people and still be successful up there. So I was excited with what they were able to do and take on that challenge this week with against a group of guys that in some positions maybe even bigger than us, and so they held their own, and I felt like they did a good job.
I want to swing over to the defensive side of the ball next. In 3 games, you've given up an average of 12 points a game. Your defensive front's gotten after the ball, but I want to focus on the defensive backs. They maybe haven't been tested quite as much. How do you feel about your defensive backfield?
I think, they're working hard each and every day for sure. And we got some tremendous kids back there, some tremendous athletes. And we try to do a good job each week of trying to test them, definitely Monday through Thursday. But we understand in our league, that ball's going to get up in the air at times, and we've got to be able to make some plays. And we're fully capable of making those plays. And at the same time, those guys are asked to come and run fit too, and they got to be physical. And they've shown to be able to do that as well.
Right. I have to touch on the kicking game. Once again, you had a big play happen in that phase of the game. Can you describe the boost that play gave your team?
Well, I think, in my opinion, just special teams can turn a game at any point.
Absolutely.
And I think Coach Bayer does a tremendous job with that and gets our kids to buy into that and trying to find holes and trying to find numerous things that could try to help us. Any time that you could set yourself up defensively is a good thing, and also if you're able to get a punt block or in this case able to make a tackle back there and create a fumble and get us a touchdown. Defensively, that's just at a whole nother level. So it was a big play for us, and couldn't be more happy for the guys that created that.
Right. Your offense is getting it done. You're averaging 43 points a game. They're rolling. Colt has had an excellent season at quarterback. I've watched him mature from my point of view up in the stands. How have you seen him mature both as a leader and as a young man?
And I think, that role is difficult. The quarterback role is difficult, and I can imagine the role that he's in also with just I guess, me being the dad or whatever is not easy for him, and he probably, he gets it probably tougher than anybody, but he's a tough kid, and I think he does a good job of trying to manage things, and he's learned what his strengths and weaknesses are, and we really try to utilize his strengths, and we try to minimize weaknesses like we do everybody, but he'll be the first to tell you, surrounded by such good people and good kids and good players, and all those guys around him are making the plays that need to make, and that's what this program's really all about. And I think he's just bought into that, just like everybody else. Just do your part when it's time and let the rest of it take care of itself.
I've seen him mature. At the beginning, he was more of a game manager, and now he's somebody that put the ball in his hands, and he'll go out and make plays. I'm going to ask you one more question, Coach. This is another regional game. You got 4 region games in a row coming up. How dangerous is this Ardmore team?
Oh, tremendously dangerous. They've got a lot of their offensive line back. 2 running backs are back. The quarterback's back. 1 of the receivers are back. And they bring a lot to the table. They're big. They're physical. You got a heavy run game. And they're able to make some plays in the air as well. And defensively, they're going to move around and give you some man coverage and bring you some different blitzes. And so it's just one of those deals. I think Coach Snyder does a tremendous job. We have unbelievable respect for Coach Snyder and what they do over there at Ardmore. And so we fully understand what we're getting into.
Coach, thank you so much for taking the time to join me. This has been Coach Rating on the Fairview Aggies Sports Network.
And we just heard from Coach Rating in that interview, and now we're watching the Fairview Aggies run onto the field, led by their youth teams. And they're coming through the tunnel, Dad, and they look fired up.
They do look fired up, Christopher. You know, you mentioned something about the Ardmore team. When they came up, they weren't excited at all.
No, the body language between these two teams is completely different. We'd like to go ahead and thank Owens Home Appliance Center for sponsoring the coaches interview you just heard. Quality products, quality service, quality pricing is in the name. Fairview won the toss and elected to receive. They're coming out in their home purple jerseys, purple pants, purple helmets, Dad.
They are. They're going to be kicking left to right. And I look for something good real quick in this game. Well, I would not be surprised to see it go ahead and be a short possession.
Ardmore gets ready to tee it up. Their kicker is a senior, Gabe Alejandro. He handles the punting. He also handles the kicking.
We watched him in pregame, and he was hitting them 50, 52 yards.
He was. Excellent senior kicker for Ardmore. And he's kicking it to some guys back deep who can run the ball. There's the kick. It's going to be a pooch kick. Fair catch signaled and got at about the 35-yard line. And on that fair catch, Connor Scott, the junior. Fairview will take over 1st and 10. Ball's going to be on about the 33, going from left to right in front of us. Fairview likes to go up tempo. This might be the last time we see them, go in the huddle for a while, man.
Yeah, it could well be, Chris. You look across the way over there, Ardmore's filled in the stands, and that brought a really good group of people with them.
Colt Ratings in the shotgun. Harper is beside him. 3 receivers to the near side. Hands it to Harper. He goes off right tackle. No running room right there for the big senior. And speaking of big, he was stopped by the big defensive lineman. That was number 77, Landon Combs, the junior for Ardmore. Ardmore's running a 40 front, 4 men down. Colt Ratings in the shotgun, takes a snap, hands it off to Harper off right guard, runs through a tackle, dragging 2 more tacklers across the 40 up to about the 42, where he's going to be brought down just shy of the marker, Dad. Checking into the game is number 28, Aiden Batts.
They've got a huge nose guard there. Aiden Ellis, he doesn't say how big he is. But I would say he's probably a good 270 or 280.
Colt Ratings in the shotgun. And he's going to take the snap. Quick pitch out. Gets it out to Rex Chandler. He gets the edge.
He's close to a first down.
Very close. They're saying he's out of bounds just shy of the 44. And that will be enough for a Branding Iron Steakhouse. First down for the Aggies. It's going to be 1st and 10. Ball on the near hash mark on the 44-yard line. Chandler stays out. The senior running back is beside Colt Redding. Colt takes the shotgun, hands it to Chandler, goes off guard. First man can't get him down, but second, third, and fourth man do. And that tackle made by Ezreal Lozano, the junior. Chandler only picks up about a yard, Dad.
Yeah, they had that one blocked off pretty well. He was lucky to get a yard because they hit him right at the liner behind it.
Jake Harper comes back onto the field. He'll line up to Cole Redding's left. 2 wide receivers to the far side. Ball is spotted right on the 45-yard line, 2nd and 9. Now they're going to shift. He's going to take the snap, hands it off to Jake. He goes off left tackle, spinning out of one tackle into another. Picks up about a yard, and that's it. No running lanes for the senior. It's going to be 3rd down and 8, Dad.
They got a couple really big guys in the middle there, Chris. Ardmore. Oh, like I said, that one's got to be about 270. The other one looks like they're probably 250 or better. Yeah, I mean, there's some big guys out there.
Their big nose guard, he looks like he's pushing 3 bills.
Yeah, he's really close.
That's the senior, Aiden Ellis. Cole Redding in the shotgun, takes the snap. He'll run it himself, goes off left guard, across the 45, up to the 48. He'll be chopped down there after a 2-yard gain. And that's going to bring up 4th down and about 6. And Jay Stevens comes on to punt. He can flip the field, Dad, in a major, major kind of way.
Yes, he can.
I mean, we've seen him kick them 65-plus. There's a snap. Good snap. He gets it. Kicks it. It's going to bounce at about the 20-yard line. Take a Fairview bounce down to about the 15. And it will go dead there. We're going to take a quick break. The score is 0-0 with 8:51 left in the first. We'll take about a 41-second break on the Fairview Aggies Sports Network.
Looking to buy or sell your home? You can trust a team that treats you like family.
We're the Warhurst Team Realtors at SR4 Realty, a husband and wife real estate duo with deep roots and unmatched knowledge of the market.
We know every corner, every neighborhood, and what it takes to get you the best deal.
And our top priority, you. From your first showing to final closing, we're by your side every step of the way. Because when you work with us, you're not just a client, you're family. We're the Warhurst Team Realtors at SR4 Realty. Real estate with heart, hustle, and hometown care.
You can find us on Facebook or Instagram at the Warhurst Team Realtors.
Hi, Dad. You're on.
All right. The Fairview Aggies come out in their defense. Ball was spotted at about the 10-yard line. They ran a little swing pass, Ardmore did, to the left side here. Picked up a few yards, but not many.
USB audio device.
It'd be 2nd down and about 9.
All right, Jay. Thanks, man.
All right. Snap. Throws out on the right side. Short pass again. That one picked up, maybe about 2 yards.
It's going to bring up 3rd down and about 4 yards to go, Dad. This is a makeable 3rd down for the Tigers. Their quarterback, junior Alex King. King is looking over the sideline. The running back beside him is Davion Hawthorne. Both of these guys are juniors. Both of them look pretty good.
Yeah, we saw them in warm-ups, and they did. I agree.
King takes the snap. He's going to hand it to Hawthorne off the right side. He gets a little seam up across the 25, down to at about the 29, they're going to say 30-yard line. That's a pickup of about 6 in a Brandon Iron Steakhouse. First down for the Tigers. Good run there by the junior, Dad.
It was.
King looks to the sideline.
Got a big hole open on that side right there, Chris.
They did.
Yeah. They got some big guys out there on that offensive line, too. Defense and offense.
We'll see how well they're running in the fourth quarter. He's going to hand it off to Hawthorne. He goes off right guard, lowers his shoulder and carries the defender. He's going to be very close to the marker, Dad.
Yeah, he's got the ball up about the 39-yard line. He's got to go to the 40 to get a new set of downs. They're hurrying up. And he gets it again.
Goes off right guard and lowers his shoulder and picks up the 3 yards needed for the first down. He was brought down by Evan Smith from his middle linebacker spot, but not before picking up another Branding Iron Steakhouse first down for the Tigers. And the Tigers are running up tempo now.
Yeah, they are. They did last play, too.
3 receivers to the near sideline. Hawthorne is in the backfield with the quarterback, King. And now they're coming up to the line of scrimmage. There's the snap. King rolls to his left. Looks downfield, has a man in the back. And they cannot connect. Trying to get the ball to his senior, Jack Rush, who was lined up at flanker, Dad, and they just couldn't connect on that one.
No, he was open a little bit there, Chris. He could have been able to catch that ball, but it was a low throw and went into the ground, right at his feet.
Well, they're going to take a quick timeout with 5:55 left in the first quarter. The score is 0-0. We'll take about a 54-second timeout. You're listening to the Fairview Aggies Sports Network.
Are you looking for a reliable ride at the lowest prices in town with financing? PNC Auto has you covered. Finance options for all credit types, good, bad, or ugly. Plus, a free vehicle report is available for each listing. You can get pre-qualified today online at mypcauto.com. And they offer a free 90-day powertrain warranty or free maintenance for a year. No, we're not kidding. Chad Johnson and Paul Carpenter are ready to help you drive away happy today. Chad is available at 256-493-2491, or Paul can be reached at 256-339-9932. PNC Auto on Highway 278 just past the Methodist Church, or online at mypcauto.com.
Welcome back to Dafford Smith Stadium and the Fairview Aggie Sports Network. And, Dad, they just ran on second down at 10. Tried to get to the right edge. Could not make it. Brought down by big number 59, Evan Smith from middle linebacker again.
Pursuit was very good there, Chris. They had that sealed off before he had a chance to get.
Turnover. The Aggies will take over on about the 12-yard line. Man, that was a nice play ball. Threw it into double coverage and tried to lay it up and let his receiver run under. Couldn't get enough on it. Cole Reddick came and undercut it and was able to pick that ball off.
He did. It was up in the air for a long time. He was able to maneuver around it. Get it in a position where he can do what he did.
Now Cole Reddick lines up in the shotgun. He's got Harper beside him. Hands it off to him. He goes off right side. Gets by one man up to the 15, the 20. Dragging defenders to the 24. And it looked like it could have been a face mask on that play, Dad. That's going to be a pickup of about 12 yards for the senior. And a Branding Iron Steakhouse first down for the Aggies. Very nice pickup by Jake on that run.
That was a hard run. Oh, Jake lowered his shoulder, just kept digging. Got his first down.
Rex Chandler comes on. He's lined up beside Colt. He takes the snap, throws it out. It's caught. 24-yard line across the 30. He's going to be forced out of bounds. And that was Connor Duncan on that reception, Dad. Good pickup on first down, about 8 yards. It's going to be second down and 2 now for the Aggies. Chandler stays on the field. He lines up to Cole Redding's left. There are 2 wide receivers to the far side. High snap. He's going to bring it down. Hands it to Stevens. He's going around on an end around. Gets the ball batted out of his hands at about the 45. There's a scramble for it. We're waiting to see the signal.
still kept possession, Chris. There was a big pile there, but they haven't made any indication otherwise.
Well, it's going to be Fairview Aggie ball after about a 15-yard run by Jay Stevens in a Branding Iron Steakhouse first down. Cole Redding lines up in the shotgun. Now they shift. They're starting to change formations a lot. Redding rolls to his right, looks downfield. He's got Connor Scott. Catches it at the 44. Gets up to the 42. Then he's going to get pushed out of bounds. I meant to say Connor Duncan on that one. That was Connor Duncan. And that's going to be enough for another Branding Iron Steakhouse. First down for the Aggies. And officials are signaling timeout. We're waiting to see. They might just be explaining something to Coach Redding. I have not seen any flags, knock on wood. All right, there we go. Clock is moving. It's 3:48. All right, Charlie, sit down.
No, he's good.
No, he's good. All right. Colt Redding is lined up in the shotgun. He's got Chandler beside him. He's going to hand it off to Chandler around the left side. Tennessee across the 40 to the 35, down to about the 32. We got multiple flags. One came in from the back judge. One came from the line judge. I don't know. These might be two different calls. One's a holding
on
against
Fairview.
Fairview.
The other one may be a face mask over there, Chris. It was farther along in the play to where it was close to where the runner was at.
Holding against the Aggies. Face mask against Ardmore. That's gonna nullify. We dodged the bullet there.
Yeah, I guess right too. It's just when you get one that's good downfield like that, and you can't get a real clear view because the players are blocking you, but that was a face mask.
The shame of it is it negated a really strong run by Chandler.
Yeah, it did. He had a first down.
Jake comes back on the field. He's beside Colt Redding. Colt Redding in the shotgun. He's going to hand it to Harper. He goes to the right side. Get in the backfield, gets away from him. Still on his feet. Gets blasted at about the 41. That's a pickup of about 1 yard. And big-time tackle there by Alex King, the quarterback. Getting it done on defense, too, Dad, for the Tigers.
Yeah, he is. He's not really a big guy.
No, but he stuck his head in and stopped Jake Harper.
Yeah, Jake's a load. I mean, he's muscled and pretty good size.
It's going to be second down and 9. Redding takes the snap. Harper gets the handoff. Goes off right guard across the 40 up to about the 38-yard line, and he's buried under a wave of white jerseys, led by number 8, Tyler McKnight, the senior, and he was joined by a lot of his friends. McKnight coming from middle linebacker, stopping that play after a short gain. It'll be 3rd and 6.
Yeah, we're down to 2:20 now, Chris. This first quarter has moved really quick.
It certainly has. It's a beautiful night for football.
Yeah, it is. It's really comfortable out here now.
Cole Redding stays on the field. He's got Chapman beside him. I'm sorry, Chandler. And he's going to take the handoff. Throws downfield. Oh, just overthrew his man, Connor Scott. Cole Redding took a big hit to deliver that and put it where only his man had a shot at it.
Yeah.
They just couldn't connect that.
Yeah, it was just a little bit high. He got his hands on it, but couldn't pull it in.
It's going to be 4th down and 6 now for the Aggies, and the offense looks like they're staying on the field.
Yeah, there's no punt team going out there. I don't know. They're changing players now, so they may have decided to
Jay Stevens
kick it.
Backs up. He's at about the 49-yard line. He is their punter, and he is as good as they get. They're going to try and bury them deep. There's the snap. He steps into it. It's a high kick angling towards the sideline.
Oh.
Not a great kick. And it's going to go out of bounds at about the 28. Ardmore will take over there. We've got a minute 56 left in the first quarter. And the score is still 0-0. We're going to stay with the action here, Dad. Ardmore's looked good, but, Fairview stiffened up and got the turnover the last time. They're going to have to come up with an answer for that running game.
Yes, they are, because that young man who runs, and they're running the right side with him all the time, too, Chris, if you notice that. All his big plays, all the plays that he's gotten any good yardage on was on that right corner.
King comes out. He's in the shotgun. Hawthorne is beside him to his left. 3 receivers to the far side. He's going to hand it off to Hawthorne. Tries to get the edge.
Ball's on the ground.
And the ball comes out. We're still waiting for a signal from the officials. I believe they recovered it.
I think they did too, Chris. And, it's
big number 74, Avery Latham, knocked that ball out, Dad.
Yeah, he put a lick on it too.
He certainly did. That's a no gain on that play. It's going to be second down and about 10 yards now. King lines up in the shotgun. Hawthorne lines up beside him. 2 receivers to the near side. There's the snap. It's going to be a counter play. Nowhere to go.
No, I believe they lost a yard or 2 on that one, Chris.
Avery Latham read that beautifully. Got in behind the pulling offensive lineman and blew the play up for a 1-yard loss.
That play right there is the first running play that they have run to the left side.
You're right, it is.
Everything else they've been going right.
Well, I'm going to make a prognostication here and say they're going to pass the ball. It's third down and 11.
They had some success early passing the ball, some short passes.
King lines up in the shotgun. He rolls to his left, looks downfield, being chased by Jay Harper, throws it out of bounds.
All right.
Pass was well covered by Chase Stevens. He was trying to connect with the senior wideout, Noah Stafford. Now I believe we'll see the punter come on for the Tigers, and this kid has a leg. Talking about number 99, the senior, Gabe Alejandro.
Yeah, he's got a leg on him.
He certainly does.
That young man, I don't know, I think he's a senior from when I looked him up, but he may have a good shot to play somewhere next year on Saturdays.
Good kick. It's going to be fair caught at about the 34. Fairview takes over there. 20 seconds left in the first quarter. The score 0-0. We'll be right back in about 56 seconds on the Fairview Aggies Sports Network.
Live 95 is brought to you in part by Merchants Bank of Alabama, a division of South Point, now with several locations across the state, but still located in the heart of Cullman County. They are a proud sponsor of Cullman Community Radio on Live 95. Merchants Bank of Alabama, a division of South Point, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Guthrie's Auto Service has been providing quality automotive service since 1985. Located in Cullman on Eva Road, just north of 157, Guthrie's Auto Service is a AAA approved and Napa Auto Care Center, meaning their repair work is warranted up to 3 years or 36,000 miles. And because they're part of the Napa Auto Care Network, their work is also warranted at over 14,000 Napa Auto Care locations across the country. Terry Guthrie and his team are award-winning, collecting Napa's Auto Care Center of the Year for the Nashville Distribution Center and a People's Choice Award in 2020. More information is online at Guthrie'sAutoservice.net.
Welcome back to the Fairview Aggie Sports Network. And they just run a play, Dad. Colt Redding took it off left guard and went for about 25 yards in a Branding Iron Steakhouse first down. That's going to lead us to the end of the quarter. The end of one. Fairview is tied up 0-0 with Ardmore. We're going to take a quick 50-second break. We'll be right back on the Fairview Aggie Sports Network.
Powering the good life. That's what Cullman Electric Cooperative does. Reliable, affordable electricity to keep your home running and Sprout Fiber Internet to keep you connected with blazing fast Wi-Fi for home, school, and work. They are proud to support the student athletes, cheerleaders, and band members who bring energy and pride to our community every single day. Cullman Electric Cooperative and Sprout Fiber Internet, powering the good life.
In 1952, 7 men at an aluminum plant banded together and started Lister Hill Credit Union with only $5 each. Today, more than 92,000 have joined us, continuing the legacy of supporting themselves and the community through Lister Hill. It's all about we and what we can do together.
Welcome back to Dafford Smith Stadium and Friday Night Live on the Fairview Aggies Sports Network. And at the end of one quarter, Dad, it's close. 0-0.
I believe this is the first game Fairview's played this year where we've been scoreless at the end of the first.
You know, I believe you're right. And, I mean, hats off to the Ardmore Tigers. They came out and they're playing their game. Fairview will be now going from right to left. They've got the ball on the Ardmore 40-yard line. Colt Redding's got Jake Harper beside him. To his left, he's got two receivers on either side. Looks to the sideline. There's the snap to start the second quarter. Hands it off to Jake. Goes around the right edge. And he is brought down. Excellent tackle on the edge. I believe that was Austin Kinsler, the junior, making the play for Ardmore. No gain for the Aggies.
You know, I thought that corner was open, Chris. It was pretty well blocked, but it just collapsed right when Jake made his cut.
Right.
They was able to go ahead and hit him while and take him down. It looked like it had potential for a good game, though.
Colt Redding takes the snap. He's going to run it off the right guard. Jumps over one man. Dives forward very close to the first down marker. They're going to spot him just shy of the 30 at about the 31, maybe the 30 and a half. It's going to bring up third down and very short, Dad, less than a yard. Good run by the senior quarterback.
You know, he was picking his way through there and got a good gain out of that one, Chris.
He sure did. It's going to be third down and one. Colt Redding in the shotgun. Jake Harper gets a handoff, goes off left guard, gets the marker, gets up to about the 26. Pick up a 5 at a Brandon Iron Steakhouse. First down for the Aggies.
Another good block play.
Excellently blocked play. And we've got an injured Tiger down on the field.
I can't get a number. An Ardmore player.
I can't either. 10:44 left in the first half. Fairview's driving. We've got an injured player on the field. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in about 35 seconds on the Fairview Aggie Sports Network.
Cullman Appliance Repair is now Cullman Appliance and HVAC Repair, now servicing your heating and air needs as well. Servicing most models and brands, they can be found on Facebook or Google for those appliance or HVAC repair needs. Proudly supporting Cullman area athletics and collegiate football. When that appliance or HVAC system frustrates you and you're in need of a repairman, Robert Brantley and his team are ready to help. They're available via call or text at 256-507-3415 or on Facebook, Google, or online at CullmanApplianceRepair.com. Alabama HVAC number 22238.
Founded in 1887, Cullman Savings Bank serves the people of Cullman with a full line of banking services. One of those services is their legacy checking account, available to those 50 plus, military, teachers, policemen, and firefighters. It features no monthly service charge, interest earned on any balance, free paper or e-statements, and 2 free boxes of checks per year, along with other features. You can stop by any one of 4 convenient locations and ask them about the legacy checking account, or visit www.cullmansavingsbank.com for more information. Cullman Savings Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Welcome back to Dafford Smith Stadium, and the injured player for Ardmore was Austin Kinsler, the junior linebacker. That's a big loss for their defense. We called his name a couple of times, Dad.
Yeah, he walked off the field gingerly. So I don't know, if he's going to be back anytime soon, if at all.
Colt Redding in the shotgun. Jake Harper beside him. He'll hand it off to Jake. Going off the right side. Picks up about 4 yards and then gets hit by the replacement linebacker. I believe that was Judah Wise.
That coach said that they forgot how to hit. I think they remember tonight. We have had some hard licks out there on both sides.
We certainly have. It's second down and 6 now. Colt Redding's got the ball on about the 20-yard line. He's going to hand it off to Chase Stevens on a jet sweep, and, man, there's nowhere to go. He might have got up to about the 21, maybe a pickup of a half yard. It's going to be 3rd down and 6, Dad. Ball's going to be spotted on the 21-yard line. 9:43 left in the first half.
We're getting, if we don't get a first down, we're getting into field goal range here by our kicker, Chris.
I would definitely say we're in his range. He's good out to about 51. Colt Redding in the shotgun, takes it, rolls to his left, looks downfield. He's got it caught. That's good completion to Connor Scott, the junior. And he's going
flag with fly.
He'll get it down to about the 7-yard line. Let's see what the flag is. Still waiting for an indication by the umpire. Personal foul. It's going to go against Ardmore. That will move us down even closer. Going to bring it. That'll be enough for Branding Iron Steakhouse. First down for the Aggies. And that'll move the ball down to about the 5-yard line. First and goal. 9:16 left in the first half. The score still tied 0-0. But Fairview is threatening. And another flag comes in. Dead ball, personal foul again against Ardmore. So that's only half the distance to the goal line, but apparently somebody said something the official did not like to hear. And when you're talking about inside the 5, that's kind of costly.
It's very costly. Does he give a signal what it was?
Just said it was a dead ball personal foul against Ardmore. So 2 penalties move the Aggies down inside the 5. And now the officials are kind of talking some things over again. I think Coach Redding's asking for an explanation. I think they just give it to him. Now they're looking to the sideline to get the play. One of the few times you see Fairview go into the huddle. 9:11 left in the first half. 0-0. Colt in his shotgun. He's got Jake Harper beside him. They're going to run to the left. Colt holds his shoulder. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies.
It's number 15.
Colt Redding on the score from about 3 yards out. Big time run for the senior. And that puts Fairview up 6-0. He will attempt to tack on the extra point. Connor Scott is his holder. Man, you talk about a dangerous fake right there. You got 2 quarterbacks. Waiting on the snap. There's the snap. The kick is up. The kick is good. Fairview extends the lead 7-0 with 9 minutes left in the first half. We'll be right back after this 40-second break on the Fairview Aggies Sports Network.
You've changed thousands of diapers, cut off hundreds of crusts, played hours of peekaboo and duck goose because you'd do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Tisha Brewer will make it easy and affordable to help protect your family, no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you'd do anything for, life insurance could mean everything.
I'm Tisha at Tisha Brewer State Farm. We're located behind Cook's Pest Control at 909 Fisher Street. You can reach us at 256-734-4645. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome back to Dafford Smith Stadium and the Fairview Aggies Sports Network. I am Christopher Greer, joined by my partner in crime, Joe Greer, and our spotter, Charlie Greer, tonight. He's helping out. We got 3 generations in the broadcast booth. And speaking of multiple generations, Colt Redding, son of Coach Redding, gets ready to tee it off and kick it off. And he is a weapon on these kickoffs, Dad.
He's got a good leg. He's kicked one through the uprights last week. But he can also go ahead and put it 15 yards downfield and pooch it.
He approaches the ball. It's going to be high and short. Fair catch going to be signaled and caught at the 37. And Ardmore takes over there. Now they're down 7-0. Will they stay with their game plan, or will they start to chase points?
I think it's still early. I think they'll probably stay with their game plan. And they did have some success. They had 3 first downs in the first quarter, so it's not like they got stuck.
No, they certainly didn't. Alex King, the junior, leads his team onto the field. We got a new running back beside him. That's number 21, Jalen Smith, the sophomore. So we've got a sophomore on the field now for Ardmore. 3 receivers to the far side. King's going to fake it. He's going to roll to his left. Being chased. He's got it out complete. That was to his wide receiver, number 3, Judah Wise, on the catch for about 3 yards.
That looks like he got about 4, Chris. That was a little play action. He faded to the left and hit the receiver.
3 receivers now to the right, to the near side. Ardmore going from left to right in front of us. The sophomore, Jalen Smith, still out there with the quarterback, King. King's in the shotgun. Line Smith up to his right. 3 receivers to this near sideline. There's the snap. He's going to hand it off to his running back. Goes off left guard. And hammered. He gets hammered, man, he does. Trying to get a number. There it is. Brought down by Joseph Harbison.
Yeah, buddy.
And that's a defensive end. He made him pay for that one. It's going to be 3rd down at about 6.
That's a sophomore. Harbison's a sophomore. He put a lick on him that time.
He sure did. King lines up in the shotgun. 3rd down and long 6. Rolls to his right. He's got a receiver in the flat, and he drops it. Put it right in his hands to Xavion Hawthorne, and he took his eyes off the ball and just couldn't bring it in.
He started to run before he caught it. You could see him when he turned his head.
You know, if Charlie ever takes over at wide receiver, I'll need to talk to him about that.
Yeah.
That's a classic mistake, and now it's going to bring on the punt unit for Ardmore.
Well, you've got to follow the ball all the way in with your eyes. You know, when it's in your hands and you can secure it, then you look.
There's the snap. The kick is up. Fair catch is signaled. And the fair catch is caught at about the 31-yard line. The score, Fairview leads 7-0. 8 minutes left in the first half. We're going to stay with the action, Dad, because it looks like they're going to run right out and get to it.
Yeah, I think you're right. I don't believe we got time for a break, Chris. That looked more like Fairview.
It did.
You know, the play selections and how they were performing.
Rex Chandler is out there with Colt Redding now in the backfield. 3 receivers to the near sideline. There's the snap. They're going to, and flags come in. They hand it to Chandler, and he just couldn't get going before the false start penalty on Fairview, Dad.
Well,
not what we wanted to see.
No, it wasn't.
It's going to bring up 2nd down and about 15 to go. Ball's going to be spotted at about, we're going to say about the 27. Chandler stays out there with Redding. And boy, he has been one heck of a find at running back. Redding takes the snap, rolls to his left, looking downfield. Now he's going to run. Oh, puts a move on one defender and gets hammered at about the 32-yard line. Picks up about 6, maybe 7 on first down, Dad. But you don't like seeing your quarterback take a hit like that.
No, he took a hit so hard it knocked his rag out of the backside of his britches.
And it's going to be 2nd down, about 9. Cole Redding's got Chandler beside him. He hands it to Chandler. Big hole off the left side. He's across the 40, the 50.
Still going.
Dragging people down to about the 42. That was Jake Harper on that, Dad, with about a 25-yard pickup. and a Branding Iron Steakhouse first down for the Aggies. Big time run for the senior, and we didn't see him come back on the field. Kind of snuck onto the field and surprised. Well, he surprised that Tiger defense. Then.
Yeah, he really did.
Cole Redding's in the shotgun. He's got Harper beside him. Sends the man in motion. He hands it off to Jay Stevens on the end around, going to his left. He's across the 40 up to about the 35. They're going to save a 36. That's a pickup of about 5 yards on first down. Brings up second and 5.
Another well-blocked run play there, Chris. They look good on that.
The line is starting to lean on them a little bit, Dad.
And they are. They still got two big guys there in the middle for Ardmore.
But if you notice their body posture,
yeah,
they seem to be rather tired.
Yeah.
Hands on the hips and people bent over.
And breathing hard.
Yeah. Cole Redding takes a shotgun. He hits it off to Harper. Left side.
Got away.
30, the 20, the 10.
Touchdown.
Let's wait for the signal. No, they're going to say he was out of bounds at the 2.
Oh.
Big time 35-yard run for the senior and a Branding Iron Steakhouse. First down for the Aggies. 6:09 left in the first half. Fairview leads 7-0. And they've got it first and goal from inside the 3.
Harper's got
it off to Harper, left guard. Lowers his shoulder, and nobody's going to stop him. Touchdown, Aggies! 6:01 left in the first half. Fairview extends the lead, 13-0. Cole Redding comes on to attempt the extra point. And that looked like a Fairview Aggie drive, Dad.
It surely did, Christopher.
Connor Scott with a hold. 6:01 left in the first half. Cole Redding to attempt the kick.
Has reliable and professional residential and commercial cleaning. We use Cleaning and More Cullman at the Warhurst Team Realtors for our buyers and sellers. Cleaning and More Cullman is more than just cleaning supplies. They have janitorial supplies like trash can liners of all sizes, cleaning supplies, mops, brooms, paper towels, they have it all. Plus concession stand and restaurant supplies like cups, cutleries, plates, to-go containers, bags, straws, nacho trays, even popcorn bags. Cleaning and More Cullman has it all. Need climate control storage? How about 10 by 10, 10 by 15, and 10 by 20 units? And they even have the U-Haul trucks to carry your stuff. You can check them out at cleaningandmorecullman.com. You can get info at cleaningandmorecullman.com, or the way I like, you can dial them up at 256-736-9944. 256-736-9944. Cleaning and More Cullman, County Road 437, under the big white sign with the U-Hauls.
Welcome back to Dafford Smith Stadium and the Fairview Aggie Sports Network. Dad, that drive looked like a Fairview Aggie drive.
Yes, it did, Christopher. We ran the ball well. We blocked really good. You got to give some credit to the big boys up front because they were opening up some holes. And their big boys, the opposite side from them, are starting to show a little bit of signs of conditioning, I think. They're bending over. They're getting their breath. Hands are on their hips.
Well, I hate to say it, but it's only going to get worse because Fairview is a very well-conditioned team.
They are.
There's the kick by Cole Redding. It's going to be fielded and fair caught at about the 24-yard line. You know, Dad, I don't know if he's had a kick return this year.
I don't know if he has or not, Chris. I know that he's very versatile. He can go ahead. He can pooch him. He can hammer him.
He certainly can, and he's equally adept at either one of those. The Tigers are going to take over on their own 25, and their last drive stalled out pretty quick. So let's find out what they do now. King leads his team back out on the field. There's the shotgun. He's handing it off to his running back. Off the right guard. Spins out of one tackle. He's going to be brought down after a pickup of about 5 or 6. Good run by the sophomore, Jalen Smith, Dad.
That was a good run. They blocked really well that time, too. They opened that hole up for him big.
Well, there's movement. They hustle back to the line, and that's going to be movement on the offense. So we'll certainly take that. That'll negate a big chunk of that run on first down. And Charlie is trying out the pizza from Pizza Done Right.
Surely not.
How is the pizza, Charlie? He takes his first bite and gives it the thumbs up. King's in the shotgun, takes a snap, hands it off to Smith, his running back. He is brought down immediately, no gain. That was a couple of Latham boys on that one, Dad. And both of them closed in. They closed in those running lanes.
That's some big old boys right there.
Two brothers, that's Andrew and Avery Latham. They both play defensive line, and they are a load. It's going to be third down about 6 yards. Ball's going to be spotted at the 30-yard line.
Make that a little bit more difficult for him to get, Chris.
King takes his snap. He's going to hand it off to his running back.
No.
On the left side, nowhere to go. Nowhere to go. And he was brought down by Connor O'Leary. And he lost 2 yards on that play, Dad.
He did. Brings up fourth down, Chris. You said a minute ago, this sounds more like Fairview. It looks more like Fairview. That right there really looks like Fairview. Because they're going ahead, they're closing off all the avenues and giving them a lot of pressure.
4:14 left. The punter gets a snap. He skies it. Fielded at the 40. He's across the 50. That's Cole Redding up to the other 40-yard line. A flag comes in late. I did not see. It was an excellent return by Cole.
It was.
I did not see what the flag was, Dad. They're signaling against Fairview. It's going to be a block in the back against the Aggies. So that will negate a very good return. 4:05 left in the first half. Fairview leads 14-0. But that's going to move the ball back to the 50-yard line. It's going to be first down and 10 from the 50. Cole Redding's on the field. He's got Chandler in the backfield beside him, the senior running back. Call his name a lot.
That was a 10-yard penalty, wasn't it, Chris?
It was. Redding takes a snap, flags come flying. Believe we're going to have procedure, and we do. False start is going to go against the Aggies. They tried to snap it quick, Dad, get that pass off. They just couldn't do it.
Well, they're trying to catch them napping a little bit, I believe, Chris.
I believe you are correct. Colt Redding stays out there. Chandler is in the backfield beside him. 4 minutes left in the first half. The score of 14-0. Redding takes the snap. Fakes the pass to his left, now rolls to his right.
Got room.
He's going to run.
Got a block.
Room, but flags come flying across the 40 up to the 35. I saw a big-time pancake on the offensive line, and it's going to be
block in the
back against the Aggies.
I was watching that play. When he hit the corner there was not a block in the back. He hit him dead on, it looked to me like, unless it happened some other part of the field.
Well, that's going to move it all the way back now across midfield, back to the 40, where we're doing the zebra hokey pokey. You know, we'll take 5 steps forward and 10 yards back.
Yeah.
It's going to be first down at 20 now from the 40. Cole Redding's got Chandler in the backfield beside him. Two receivers to the near side. Chandler gets the handoff. Goes off left tackle. Got a seam. Across the 45 up to the 49. Big pickup of about 9 yards for the senior.
He got it almost to the original starting point in this drive.
He did. It's going to be second down and about 11. Chandler stays out there with Colt Redding. Two wide receivers to either side. He looks to his left, out to Connor Scott, complete at the 45, forced out of bounds at about the 43-yard line. Good pickup of about 8 yards. It's going to bring up third down. They're going to say 7. It'll be third down and 3, Dad. Now it's a very makeable third down. Jake Harper comes back on the field, checks into the ball game. 3 minutes left in the first half. Fairview leads 14-0. They take the snap, option it out to Harper. He's got the seam to the 30, the 20, fighting to the 10.
Wow.
Dragging defenders down to the 7. Oh, my goodness.
What a
Pick
run.
up of about 33 yards, Dad, for the senior in a Branding Iron Steakhouse first down for the Aggies.
I guarantee you he broke 6 tackles on that, Chris.
They hand it right back off to him, going up Temple. He goes up the middle. He gets across the 5.
He's got about 5 yards.
The 5-yard pickup.
Yes, sir.
Second down and goal. Man, we couldn't even describe the play. They're going so quick. 2:38 left in the first half. Fairview knocking on the door again, leading 14-0. Slowing it down now. Colt Redding looks to the sideline.
A lot of the defensive players are taking the knee now, Chris, between plays.
Yeah, they look a little gassed.
For an old defensive player, translate that. What's that mean?
That means you should have ran more sprints.
Yeah.
Here's a snap. They hand it off to Harper. Goes off the middle. He goes off right guard. Touchdown, Aggies. 2:10 left in the half. Fairview extends the lead to 20-0. Man, that was a big-time run by the senior to set that touchdown up, and then he capped it off. That's his second one of the night, Dad.
It is. It surely is.
Colt Redding comes onto the field to attempt the extra point. Knock on wood this game, he's good. 2 for 2. Yeah, we're waiting on the signal from the officials. There's the snap. The kick is up, and that kick is good. 2:10 left in the half. Fairview extends the lead 21-0. We'll be right back at about 1:06 on the Fairview Aggies Sports Network.
At Plus One Heating and Air, we believe in more than just fixing your HVAC system. Our team of skilled technicians is dedicated to providing top-notch service with a smile. Whether it's installation, repairs, or maintenance, you can trust Plus One Heating and Air to get the job done right the first time.
I've never experienced service like this before. Plus One Heating and Air not only fixed my heating system promptly, they also ensured everything was running smoothly. They truly care about their customers.
So when you're in need of heating and air services, remember the company that's willing to walk that extra mile for you. Plus One Heating and Air, where trust meets exceptional service. Hey, Cullman fans, when it's game time, it's pizza time, and nobody brings the flavor like Pasquale's Pizza, a Cullman tradition with the original recipe since 1968. We're talking fresh, made from scratch dough, zesty signature sauce, and a mountain of melty cheese. Still made with the same recipe you've loved for over 55 years. You can dine in or carry out and taste the hometown tradition that's been winning since day one. Pasquale's Pizza, a Cullman tradition, and still making it the way we used to, because that's how Cullman likes it.
Welcome back to the Fairview Aggie Sports Network. I am Christopher Greer, joined by my partner in crime, Joe Greer, and the Aggies kick it off. Cole Redding sends it deep. It's going to be fair caught at the 25, and again, no return, Dad.
No.
It's hard to give up a big-time play in the kicking game when they can't return it.
It truly is. And they've kind of been befuddled all night long. It's sort of like they signal fair catch when they really even see the ball get hit.
Well, so far, the Fairview Aggie defense, they bit a little bit in the first quarter, but now they've got their legs under it.
Well, it's kind of like they came out more shocked. And it took them a few plays to get organized back the way they normally are. But you're seeing a whole lot of normal Fairview lately.
Well, the junior King lines up in the shotgun, joined by his running back Hawthorne beside him. He is a dangerous running back. They're going to fake the handoff, throws it out, skips it. Incomplete, couldn't get it out to his receiver. He had a man, Caden Larson, but guess who was closing in on him and forced that pass to go a little bit quick? That was Avery Latham, the big senior defensive end. That breakup.
It truly was, Chris. That was a hurry up, get it out of here, because he was coming.
Absolutely. And they're looking to the sideline, changing the plays up, it looks like. King lines up in the shotgun, sends his running back Hawthorne in motion. He's going to hand it off to him under jet sweep. He gets the edge, but picks up about 3, and that's it. Good defense by the Aggies.
Yeah, they weren't fooled at all. They were sitting there waiting on it.
Well, there's going to be a timeout now. It's going to be 3rd and 5. And looks like the timeout taken by Ardmore. Minute 57 left in the first half. We'll take a timeout as well. Fairview leads 21-0 on the Fairview Aggies Sports Network.
In today's world, broadband internet is an absolute necessity. Unfortunately, the large cable and phone companies only provide broadband internet where it's profitable for them. For the rest of us, there's Cyber Broadband. Providing internet service since 2004, Cyber utilizes a small radio antenna to deliver broadband where cable and DSL don't go. You can join the 21st century today with Cyber Broadband, supporting streaming, VPN access, and everything else you've been wanting to do with that slow internet connection. It's Cyber Broadband for the win. They can be found online at cyberbroadband.net or look them up on Facebook.
Welcome back to Dafford Smith Stadium and the Fairview Aggie Sports Network. I'm Christopher Greer, joined by my dad, Joe Greer, and Fairview leading 21-0. It's 3rd and 5. Ardmore driving. They've got the ball on their 31. They play action, tries to get it out to his receiver, and it is caught at the 38-yard line.
Larson.
Big-time catch by Larson, the junior. That's enough for a Branding Iron Steakhouse first down for the Tigers. That'll move the chains and move the ball up to about the 42. They've got some offensive linemen switching around now, Dad. 75 moved from the left over to the right. That's the senior Will Seabolt. Let's see if they run to the right now. 1 minute, 28 left. Nobody in the backfield. Man in motion. Quarterback King runs it to the right. He's across the 45, across the 50. Dives forward up to the 47-yard line where he's chopped down. And good play on defense, Dad. Trying to get a number on that young man. That was Evan Smith brought him down. Not before he made a Branding Iron Steakhouse first down for the Tigers. Well, there's going to be another timeout called now. Timeout called by Ardmore. Minute 18 left in the first half. Fairview leads 21-0. We'll be right back after these messages, about 48 seconds on the Fairview Aggie Sports Network.
When it comes to securing a home loan, you want someone who knows the ropes and can guide you every step of the way. That's where Josh Phillips of Maven Mortgage comes in.
I'm Josh Phillips with Maven Mortgage Group. You can reach me at 256-338-2920. And whether it's your first time buying a home or your fifth time, we would love the opportunity to serve you and your family in all your home financing needs.
Josh Phillips and Maven Mortgage. Their name says it all. Experience you can trust, knowledge that works for you. With one phone call, you can take the next step toward your dream home with Josh Phillips of Maven Mortgage. Your home, your future. Josh Phillips at Maven Mortgage. 256-338-2920. 256-338-2920. NMLS number 338177.
Welcome back to the Fairview Aggie Sports Network. I'm Christopher Greer. It's first down and 10, a minute 18 left in the first half. Ardmore trying to get on the scoreboard. King's in the shotgun. He's got his junior running back Hawthorne beside him. Now they shift. Fairview shifts their defensive front. King rolls to his left, being chased by Harper. Gets it out and incomplete.
Ooh, in and out of his hands.
Tried to hit the senior Jack Rush in the flat. They like him in that flat, Dad, but haven't been able to connect. Going to be 2nd and 10.
I think he connected on the in the first quarter a little bit, but they threw several flat passes. It was completions. And got some yardage out of it, but they've gone away from it until just here this set, really.
Jake Harper really put the pressure on King.
Yeah, he did.
Forced him to throw that a little bit quick.
King trips left.
Trips to the far side. King in the shotgun. He's going to run it himself. Tries to go off tackle.
Oops.
He is corralled by Jake Harper for no gain.
I believe he may have lost one.
He might have lost a half yard, and he did. Big time tackle by the senior on the edge.
All right, they called another timeout. This should be the last one.
They called another timeout. We're going to take a quick 40-second break. We'll be right back on the Fairview Aggie Sports Network. Fairview leads 21-0.
Looking to buy or sell your home? You can trust a team that treats you like family.
We're the Warhurst Team Realtors at SR4 Realty, a husband and wife real estate duo with deep roots and unmatched knowledge of the market.
We know every corner, every neighborhood, and what it takes to get you the best deal.
And our top priority, you. From your first showing to final closing, we're by your side every step of the way. Because when you work with us, you're not just a client, you're family. We're the Warhurst Team Realtors at SR4 Realty. Real estate with heart, hustle, and hometown care.
You can find us on Facebook or Instagram at the Warhurst Team Realtors.
Welcome back to Dafford Smith Stadium. I'm Christopher Greer. Joining me on the Fairview Aggie Sports Network, my dad, Joe Greer, and our spotter, Charlie Greer. We've got 1:03 left in the first half. And if you're Ardmore, what are you trying to do right here, Dad?
Well, you definitely not trying to throw a turnover. Right. Well, that's a distinct possibility, but trying to get something positive to take into the locker room with you.
King swings it out. It's caught at the 47, across the 50, up to about the 45-yard line. And a big hit was laid on him by Aiden Batts. Man, Aiden Batts depleted him, Dad.
He did.
It's going to be 4th and 7 now.
They're going to go for it, it looks like, Chris.
Looks like they are. 40 seconds, clock still ticking. You know, if you're Fairview, you can try for one more possession or just go into the half happy that you're up by 3. 3 scores, that is. The score's 21-0. Fairview's got the lead down to 23 seconds. And the play clock down to 5. They're going to let it roll all the way down.
I believe you.
2, 1. And that will be a timeout called by Ardmore. We're going to take one as well. We'll be back in about 1 minute and 11 seconds. You're listening to the Fairview Aggie Sports Network. Fairview leads 21-0.
Live 95 is brought to you in part by Merchants Bank of Alabama, a division of South Point, now with several locations across the state, but still located in the heart of Cullman County. They are a proud sponsor of Cullman Community Radio on Live 95. Merchants Bank of Alabama, a division of South Point, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Are you looking for a reliable ride at the lowest prices in town with financing? PNC Auto has you covered. Finance options for all credit types, good, bad, or ugly. Plus, a free vehicle report is available for each listing. You can get pre-qualified today online at mypcauto.com. And they offer a free 90-day powertrain warranty or free maintenance for a year. No, we're not kidding. Chad Johnson and Paul Carpenter are ready to help you drive away happy today. Chad is available at 256-493-2491, or Paul can be reached at 256-339-9932. PNC Auto on Highway 278 just past the Methodist Church, or online at mypcauto.com.
Welcome back to Dafford Smith Stadium, where the Fairview Aggies lead 21-0. And while we were away on break, Dad, they punted that ball away back to Fairview. He took an excellent bounce, too good of a bounce, and rolled into the end zone. Fairview takes over, 5 seconds left. They've got the ball 1st and 10 on the 20.
Got to spread the offense up here. It's like every other play.
Cole Redding's got 2 receivers to either side. Joined in the backfield by Jake Harper. Harper could take it to the house from anywhere. Redding drops back.
Harper's blocking for him.
Downfield, looking for Jay Stevens, and it is thrown up, and it's going to be intercepted. Intercepted by Ardmore at about the 45, and that will end the first half. At the end of 2 quarters of play, the Fairview Aggies lead 21-0. We're going to take a quick 1-minute break. We'll be right back after these messages, where we'll break down everything that happened in the first half. On the Fairview Aggie Network, Fairview leads 21-0.
Guthrie's Auto Service has been providing quality automotive service since 1985. Located in Cullman on Eva Road, just north of 157, Guthrie's Auto Service is a AAA approved and Napa Auto Care Center, meaning their repair work is warranted up to 3 years or 36,000 miles. And because they're part of the Napa Auto Care Network, their work is also warranted at over 14,000 Napa Auto Care locations across the country. Terry Guthrie and his team are award-winning, collecting Napa's Auto Care Center of the Year for the Nashville Distribution Center and a People's Choice Award in 2020. More information is online at Guthrie'sAutoservice.net.
Powering the good life. That's what Cullman Electric Cooperative does. Reliable, affordable electricity to keep your home running and Sprout Fiber Internet to keep you connected with blazing fast Wi-Fi for home, school, and work. They are proud to support the student athletes, cheerleaders, and band members who bring energy and pride to our community every single day. Cullman Electric Cooperative and Sprout Fiber Internet, powering the good life.
In 1952, 7 men at an aluminum plant banded together and started Lister Hill Credit Union with only $5 each. Today, more than 92,000 have joined us, continuing the legacy of supporting themselves and the community through Lister Hill. It's all about we and what we can do together.
Welcome back to the Fairview Aggie Sports Network. I'm Christopher Greer, joined by my partner in crime, Joseph Greer. And Dad, now it's time for the 212 Insurance Group halftime show. Brought to you by 212 Insurance Group, providing that extra degree of service that you deserve. And we're not just fans of 212 Insurance, we're also customers. The Ardmore band's coming onto the field now, getting ready to play. Yo, Dad, what did you see in that first half for the Fairview Aggies?
Well, it seemed like they were surprised the way Ardmore came out and moved the ball in the first series. But they stopped the bleeding, got it back, and took them a couple of offensive series to get to the point where it was the Fairview that we all know and love. It was, they went 3 and out first possession, but they finally went ahead and caught on and made some normal Fairview plays, long runs, good passing, but I got to give the kudos where they belong. There was some big boys doing some big blocking in the front of that line right there.
They sure were.
They were opening it up for Jake and everybody else who was coming.
It seemed, Dad, that the offensive line struggled a bit until they got about halfway through the first quarter.
Yeah, I agree with you, Chris.
And that's about the time the adrenaline wears off and conditioning kicks in. And that was a problem for the Tigers.
Well, I noticed it right there at the start of the second quarter. They were breathing hard. They were bending over. They were even taking a knee between plays.
Right.
And that continued on until half here. So, to me, I'm not a pro. I don't pretend to be. But that's a sign of somebody that is not as well conditioned as Fairview is. Fairview guys are all standing there.
Oh, man, they're good to go.
Yeah. I've been to Coach Redding's practices. I know how they work. They work hard.
Absolutely.
It's kind of like this. If you go ahead and you treat people well, then they're more apt to go ahead and treat you well. if you go ahead and you have a dog and you beat it every day, it's more apt to go ahead and bite you.
Right.
The moral of the story is you get back what you put in. And these Fairview Aggies, I've seen them put in. I've seen their practices. I've seen how fired up they get coming out on the field. I've seen how they perform everything that they're taught by their coaching staff. And they do it not flawlessly because they're humans, but they do it pretty doggone good.
Well, you know, you and I, like you said, we've come to watch practice. And one of the things Coach Redding preaches on is the big things are made up of little things.
Yeah.
So when you do the little things right, the big things tend to take care of themselves.
Yeah. Well, like I was saying, you get back what you put into it. If you come out here and you sweat and struggle and work and work and work, then when it comes game time, this is a walk in the park compared to practices.
You're 100% right. Let's talk now about the scoring recap. And this scoring recap is brought to you by CCM Garage Doors. Don't fight the ups and downs of an aging garage door. Call CCM. The first score was Colt Redding from about 3 yards out. And then Jake Harper got a couple of scores, Dad, set up by long runs. It looked like the senior started hitting his stride.
Yeah, it looked like Jake was keyed on at the very start of the game. But then he ended up going ahead and getting some good gains, and one of them was a really good gain. Took it down to the, 2-yard line or 3-yard line?
He was forced out of bounds at about the 2.
Yeah. And then he took it in.
He got it the next play.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got about 14 minutes left here in halftime, and the Ardmore band is on the field, and I wish I could convey to you in words, how impressive this band is. I mean, it's a big band.
It's very big.
And, man, they are good. Fairview is also a program that always does well in band, and they go to different band competitions and do well every year. And a lot of people don't realize what an important part of Friday Night Live the band is. It wouldn't be the same without these young men and women who work just as hard as the football team does. They're out there in the parking lot a lot of times in the sun, whereas the football team's at least on grass.
I just tried to count them, and they're moving now, so it's hard, but I counted 52 of them. That's a good size band for a school the size of Ardmore.
Absolutely. Well, Fairview's band is across the way getting ready to come on the field. Ardmore will get the ball back to start the second half. And then it seemed like they had some success running the ball, and then they started getting away and started chasing the points. What do they need to do in the second half to come back out and make this competitive?
If I was a coach of Ardmore, I'd do what I did to start the game. I'd start doing those little bitty short swing passes. I'd start doing bubble screens, and throw in a run every now and then just to keep them honest.
Right.
But they got success at the very start of the game by doing that. And it seemed like they went away from it. I don't know if it was because they changed their mind, but I strongly suggest it was because Fairview went ahead and figured out how best to defend it. A bubble screen and a little short swing pass always causes problems for defense.
It does.
Because you either commit to one or you commit to a run. And, by the time that you get tired of having them throw it, that's when they'll pop a run on you.
While we're sitting here talking, I'm listening to Ardmore play Stairway to Heaven on the field, and they're doing a great job of it.
Yeah.
That sounded so good. Well, we're going to take a quick break, about a minute, 21 seconds. We'll be back and continue breaking down the first half action on the 212 Insurance Halftime Show, where Fairview leads 21-0. You're listening to the Fairview Aggies Sports Network.
At Plus One Heating and Air, we believe in more than just fixing your HVAC system. Our team of skilled technicians is dedicated to providing top-notch service with a smile. Whether it's installation, repairs, or maintenance, you can trust Plus One Heating and Air to get the job done right the first time.
I've never experienced service like this before. Plus One Heating and Air not only fixed my heating system promptly, they also ensured everything was running smoothly. They truly care about their customers.
So when you're in need of heating and air services, remember the company that's willing to walk that extra mile for you. Plus One Heating and Air, where trust meets exceptional service.
Welcome back to the Fairview Aggie Sports Network. I'm Christopher Greer, joined by my partner in crime, Joe Greer. And, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after these messages.
Hey, Cullman drivers. Are you tired of the hassle and confusion when it comes to buying a car? Well, we've got fantastic news for you. Meet Adam Aker at Mitch Smith Chevrolet in Cullman, your go-to guy for a no-nonsense car buying experience.
Hey folks, Adam here. You know, buying a car shouldn't be stressful. That's why at Mitch Smith Chevrolet, we pride ourselves on transparency, trust, and there's never any BS at MS.
That's right. Adam Aker and the Mitch Smith Chevrolet team are changing the game.
I live and breathe Cullman, just like you. So when you step into our showroom, you're not just another customer, you're family. Together, we'll find the perfect vehicle to fit your needs and budget. Remember, Adam Aker, Mitch Smith Chevrolet, what's not to love?
Plus One Heating and Air, we believe in more than just fixing your HVAC system. Our team of skilled technicians is dedicated to providing top-notch service with a smile. Whether it's installation, repairs, or maintenance, you can trust Plus One Heating and Air to get the job done right the first time.
I've never experienced service like this before. Plus One Heating and Air not only fixed my heating system promptly, they also ensured everything was running smoothly. They truly care about their customers.
So when you're in need of heating and air services, remember the company that's willing to walk that extra mile for you. Plus One Heating and Air, where trust meets exceptional service.
Welcome back to Dafford Smith Stadium. And I'm Christopher Greer, and the Fairview Aggie Marching Band is coming onto the field now. And I'm joined in the broadcast booth by my son, Charlie Greer. Charlie, how are you doing this evening?
Good.
Man, this has been a all Fairview Aggie game in the first half, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I think, Jake has looked good. They did a good job of keeping him corralled in the first quarter. But then it seemed like the O-line started blowing some holes open in the second quarter. Is that what you saw?
Yeah, well, the thing that is killing us is penalties.
You're 100% right. Penalties have been a big factor in the first half. There's been too many. And exactly how many penalties? You've had a couple personal fouls, multiple false starts, and it seems like it happens at inopportune times. 3 penalties are on the Aggies. And if you ask Coach Rating, I'm sure he'd say that's 3 too many.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure your coach would probably say that's 3 too many as well.
Well, yeah.
Our other spotters just chimed in and said actually it is 4 penalties. Man, that is that's not what you want if you're a Fairview Aggie fan. Charlie, I'm going to ask you your opinion, then we're going to cut to a break real quick. Ardmore's down 21-0. It's halftime. They get the ball back. What do they need to do on that first drive?
They need to dominate run on the inside. They're going to have to really push up front and just try to break one.
I believe you are correct, Charlie. Well, we're going to take a quick break. The score 21-0. We'll be right back to continue the 2-12 halftime show here at Dafford Smith Stadium where Fairview leads 21-0. We'll be back in 48 seconds. About 48 seconds on the Fairview Aggie Sports Network.
When it comes to securing a home loan, you want someone who knows the ropes and can guide you every step of the way. That's where Josh Phillips of Maven Mortgage comes in.
I'm Josh Phillips with Maven Mortgage Group. You can reach me at 256-338-2920. And whether it's your first time buying a home or your fifth time, we'd love the opportunity to serve you and your family in all your home financing needs.
Josh Phillips and Maven Mortgage. Their name says it all. Experience you can trust, knowledge that works for you. With one phone call, you can take the next step toward your dream home with Josh Phillips of Maven Mortgage. Your home, your future. Josh Phillips at Maven Mortgage. 256-338-2920. 256-338-2920. Get MLS number 338177.
Welcome back to Dafford Smith Stadium, and now I'm joined by my color commentator, Joe Greer. And Dad, you took one for the team. You tested a hamburger here from the concession stand. What were your thoughts on a scale of 1 to 10? How was it?
It was an 8. It was pretty good. Only thing is, if they'd have had any condiments out, ketchup, pickles, onions, mustard, it would have probably got a little bit higher, but it was still good. It was just a, plain burger.
Last week we were at West Point. West Point is known for the best burgers in the area, and I've got to say they're still going strong. I mean, I was impressed.
Well, 3 years in a row they were voted by the broadcast team as the best burgers in football.
Well, we've got about 5 minutes, 30 seconds left. Dad, why don't you break down the penalties and the big plays in that first half?
All right. We had, Ardmore had 2 penalties, personal foul in the second and a false start in the second. Ardmore did. Now, Fairview, we got a little bit on the rowdy side. We had, all of them was in the second quarter, block in the back, then a false start, and then another block in the back. So, we've had 3 penalties. They had 2.
It seems like our penalties have come at very inopportune moments.
Well, yeah, they have, but that hasn't completely stopped us. We're able to go ahead and regroup. We got a 21-0 lead. Fixing to go into the start of the third. And these are young men. Some of them going to lose their composure a little bit from time to time. And it occurs. Everybody would like to have a team that never got penalized. But if they're not doing anything, they're not, they're going to. If you get penalized, it's because you're out there trying.
Right. Well, the Aggies need to keep doing what they're doing. Ardmore needs to find some kind of answer. They need to find some way to get some points, especially early in the third quarter. Otherwise, this game's going to get away from them.
Well, we've set the tone of the game. They haven't. And if they don't go ahead, they've realistically, they've come close to stopping what we've done, but we've always been able to break a big run or a big play. And like you said, if they don't go ahead and do something, they will let it get away.
Well, we've got about 3 minutes left, and we're going to take another break. And when we come back, we'll start the second half. The score right now, Fairview leads 21-0. You're listening to the Fairview Aggies Sports Network.
Are you looking for a reliable ride at the lowest prices in town with financing? PNC Auto has you covered. Finance options for all credit types, good, bad, or ugly. Plus, a free vehicle report is available for each listing. You can get pre-qualified today online at mypcauto.com. And they offer a free 90-day powertrain warranty or free maintenance for a year. No, we're not kidding. Chad Johnson and Paul Carpenter are ready to help you drive away happy today. Chad is available at 256-493 833-243-2491. Or Paul can be reached at 256-339-9932. PNC Auto on Highway 278 just past the Methodist Church, or online at mypcauto.com.
Live 95 is brought to you in part by Merchants Bank of Alabama, a division of South Point, now with several locations across the state, but still located in the heart of Cullman County. They are a proud sponsor of Cullman Community Radio on Live 95. Merchants Bank of Alabama, a division of South Point, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Guthrie's Auto Service has been providing quality automotive service since 1985. Located in Cullman on Eva Road, just north of 157, Guthrie's Auto Service is a AAA approved and Napa Auto Care Center, meaning their repair work is warranted up to 3 years or 36,000 miles. And because they're part of the Napa Auto Care Network, their work is also warranted at over 14,000 Napa Auto Care locations across the country. Terry Guthrie and his team are award-winning, collecting Napa's Auto Care Center of the Year for the Nashville Distribution Center and a People's Choice Award in 2020. More information is online at Guthrie'sAutoservice.net.
Powering the good life. That's what Cullman Electric Cooperative does. Reliable, affordable electricity to keep your home running and Sprout Fiber Internet to keep you connected with blazing fast Wi-Fi for home, school, and work. They are proud to support the student athletes, cheerleaders, and band members who bring energy and pride to our community every single day. Cullman Electric Cooperative and Sprout Fiber Internet, powering the good life.
Welcome back to Dafford Smith Stadium. We have a 212 Insurance halftime show. Dad, I'm going to say we've got some scoring updates, by the way. Jasper leads Cullman 16-14 at half.
Ooh, that's tight.
That is tight, man. Cullman has been playing people tough this here recently.
Yeah, they have. West Point coming up short, though.
West Point currently leads 21-8.
Over who?
I don't know. Let's look it up real quick.
I don't remember who they're playing.
Well, Will, you've got paperwork. You can look that up. For the keys on the second half, if you're Fairview, you want to keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, you do. And clean the game up just a little bit. Make sure you don't get any penalties that are mental mistakes, you know. But all in all, it's been a pretty good game so far as penalties go.
You know, it's been a pretty clean game. You know, so far, hopefully we can keep it that way.
Yeah, because you know what really gets bad, Chris, and it's happened to us before in some of these Fairview games. You go ahead and you're playing somebody and they get really sloppy, and you get penalties and you get stoppages all the time, and you know it doesn't make it fun. It doesn't keep the pace of the game up.
Well, we've got a update on the scoring. West Point is currently leading at Lawrence County. That's a surprise. Lawrence County's a great program. Good Hope is currently leading 42-0, and they're playing Haleyville. Good Hope is rolling.
Yeah, Good Hope's got a good team.
They certainly do. Well, they always do. It starts with the coaching out there. They've got excellent coaching. We've got about a minute 40 left, and players are loosening back up, getting ready to go. You know, if you're Ardmore, we talked about Fairview. If you're Ardmore, what do you need to do early in the third quarter, Dad?
What you did early in the first quarter, and see if it works again. What did you think?
I believe you are 100% correct. We're going to take a quick break, about a minute 35. We'll be right back after these messages. Fairview leads 21-0 on the Fairview Aggies Sports Network.
Looking to buy or sell your home? You can trust a team that treats you like family.
We're the Warhurst Team Realtors at SR4 Realty, a husband and wife real estate duo with deep roots and unmatched knowledge of the market.
We know every corner, every neighborhood, and what it takes to get you the best deal.
And our top priority, you. From your first showing to final closing, we're by your side every step of the way. Because when you work with us, you're not just a client, you're family. We're the Warhurst Team Realtors at SR4 Realty. Real estate with heart, hustle, and hometown care.
You can find us on Facebook or Instagram Instagram at the Warhurst Team Realtors.
Are you looking for a reliable ride at the lowest prices in town with financing? PNC Auto has you covered. Finance options for all credit types, good, bad, or ugly. Plus, a free vehicle report is available for each listing. You can get pre-qualified today online at mypcauto.com. And they offer a free 90-day powertrain warranty or free maintenance for a year. No, we're not kidding. Chad Johnson and Paul Carpenter are ready to help you drive away happy today. Chad is available at 256-493-2491, or Paul can be reached at 256-339-9932. PNC Auto on Highway 278 just past the Methodist Church, or online at mypcauto.com.
Welcome back to Dafford Smith Stadium. We're about to start the second half, Dad. You know, we've kind of broken down for you as best we can. If you're Ardmore, you need to score some points, and you need to do it in a hurry.
Yeah, they have not played all that bad. It's just Fairview takes advantage of every little opportunity they get, whether it's a long run or whether it's work it down and get it into the red zone and score that way.
Well, Fairview comes out, they tee it up. We're about to have the second half opening kickoff, sponsored by Shattuck's Garage Doors. More than just garage doors, experience the Shattuck's difference. Cole Rating gets ready to put it on the tee. Not had one returned yet tonight, Dad. I believe we might continue to see that. In fact, I'd be surprised if we didn't. There's the onside kick, and it looks like the Aggies are going to recover.
I don't know if it went 10 yards or not, though, Chris.
Yeah, but it did. They signaled that it did. It's going to be recovered on about the 47-yard line, and another big moment in the kicking game, Dad.
Wow. That was a surprise. Well, that's a three-faceted kicker.
Man, you got that right. If you know anybody who's a college scout, you might want to send them to Fairview.
Yeah, that needs a kicker.
Is impressive. Cole Rating of a shotgun. He's going to hand it off to Jake Harper around the side. Makes a move. A flag comes in. He gets to the 40, the 30, plants his foot, breaks the guy's ankles at the 20. I mean, man, that was like a basketball chute. Brought down at the 25. But
block in the back.
Block in the back. That will negate about a 40-yard run by the senior, Dad. 11:46 left in the third. Fairview leads 21-0. But again, costly penalties. That'll break it back across midfield to about the 43-yard line. And it's going to be first down and about 20 to go. That'll give Coach Rating something to work on this week.
Boy, that's true.
Colt Rating in the shotgun. Jake Harper beside him. He hands it off. He goes off the left guard. Plants his foot 45-50. Across the 45 down to the 40. Pickup of 18 yards. That was Chandler on that pickup, Dad. That was the senior Rex Chandler on that. And that's enough for a Branding Iron Steakhouse. First down. Aggies go quick. They take the snap, hand it off to Chandler. Goes around the left side across the 30. He's going to be forced out of bounds at about the 22-yard line, but it's going to come back. There's going to be a holding flag.
Block it out.
No, it's going to go against Ardmore. That's going to be a Branding Iron Steakhouse first down for the Aggies. And they're going to decline that, Dad. They're going to take the run. And why wouldn't you? It's a 20-yard run by Chandler. Chandler stays in the backfield. He's beside Rating. They hand it off to Chandler around the left side. Got a wall of blockers. He's down to the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Aggies. Chandler goes in from 27 yards out, and that extends the lead to 27-0. Any flags on the field? Nope, they forgot one on that play. The score counts. Man, Excellent run by the senior, Dad. Colt Redding lines up to attempt the extra point. Connor Scott, the wide receiver, holding. 10:58. There's the snap. It's down. The kick is up. And the kick is good. 10:50 left in the third. Fairview extends the lead 28-0. We'll be right back in about 56 seconds on the Fairview Aggies Sports Network.
Live 95 is brought to you in part by Merchants Bank of Alabama, a division of South Point, now with several locations across the state, but still located in the heart of Cullman County. They are a proud sponsor of Cullman Community Radio on Live 95. Merchants Bank of Alabama, a division of South Point, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Guthrie's Auto Service has been providing quality automotive service since 1985. Located in Cullman on Eva Road, just north of 157, Guthrie's Auto Service is a AAA approved and Napa Auto Care Center, meaning their repair work is warranted up to 3 years or 36,000 miles. And because they're part of the Napa Auto Care Network, their work is also warranted at over 14,000 Napa Auto Care locations across the country. Terry Guthrie and his team are award-winning, collecting Napa's Auto Care Center of the Year for the Nashville Distribution Center and a People's Choice Award in 2020. More information is online at Guthrie'sAutoservice.net.
Welcome back to Dafford Smith Stadium, where the Fairview Aggies lead comfortably 28-0. Colt Redding kicks it off. It's fair caught at about the 28-yard line. And Ardmore will take over there for their first possession of the second half, Dad. And a little bit of trickery in the kicking game to lead off the second half. Excellent onside kick by the Aggies.
It was. And then, they haven't returned any kicks tonight that I'm aware of, Chris. Everything that has happened, has been fair caught.
King comes out. He's joined by the sophomore running back, Smith, beside him. Got two receivers to the top of the field. He's going to hand it off to Smith. He goes off right guard. Good push by the line. They're going to pick up about 3 yards, Dad. And I believe that's going to be, they're going to stay closer to 5.
Wow.
Man, I didn't see him getting that far.
I didn't either.
It's going to be second down and 5 to go. 10:40 left in the third quarter. Fairview leads 28-0. Ardmore now change of a play. Smith stays out there with King at quarterback. King's in the shotgun. Smith behind him. He's going to hand it off to Smith up right side. He's got a little bit of a seam across the 35. He's going to be brought down about the 38. I think that's enough for a first down, waiting on the signal, and it is. He needed 5. He picked up 6 for Branding Iron Steakhouse first down.
The young man was running hard right there, Chris. He got hit and carried a couple Fairview players with him.
Well, they tried to go up tempo, and he got hit big time by number 70, the senior Andrew Latham. He come in and blasted him. That's going to be a loss of about a half yard. Second down, about 10 and a half. King's still out there. Smith still in at running back. Yeah, we have not seen our Hawthorne here in a while, and Hawthorne was their most effective back. I hope he's okay.
Yeah, he was causing some havoc early in the first.
King takes a snap, hands it off to Smith. Goes off left tackle, breaking tackle.
Good run.
Dragging defenders across midfield up to about the 46-yard line. Pickup of 14, and another Branding Iron Steakhouse first down for the Aggies, for the Tigers. The Branding Iron is one of the only steakhouses I'll go to. And for me to go for a steak, they got to cook it as good or better than I can. And the Branding Iron always finds a way to do that.
Well, I go to the Branding Iron, the one in West Point, because I'm a little closer there.
Right.
But my wife and I go there for lunch regularly.
King takes a snap. He hands it off to Smith around the right side. And ball comes out, but he's down. They're going to give him about 3 yards on the pickup before he was brought down by the Aggies. We got 8:39 left in the third quarter. Fairview leads 28-0. But Ardmore is starting to drive. They're across midfield down to about the 42.
You know, number 21's been carrying the ball for him, Jalen Smith.
Yes, sir.
And he is having some success. He hasn't broke a big one yet, but he's steadily getting the yardage.
Well, when you keep breaking those 7 and 8 yarders, sooner or later, one of them's going to break then.
Yeah, I agree with you, Chris.
King stays out in the shotgun. He's got Smith to his left. Now he moves him to his right. They send a man in motion. They're going to run a jet sweep to him. He's going around the right side.
Nothing.
Man, he got blasted. Wow, that was Colt Redding on the big hit. They're going to say he picked up 2, Dad. It's going to be third down and about 2 yards to go.
Scott helped him up, too. I was wondering if he's going to get up. He got hit so hard, but he did. Mr. Scott, number 5, went in and gave him a hand.
That was Noah Stafford, the senior, on the carry, and he picked up 2 yards, but he paid a steep price.
Yeah, he did.
That young man goes off the field now. Smith stays on with King in the backfield. Shotgun snap to King. He hands it off to Smith. Goes off the left side.
Don't believe he got it, Chris.
I don't think he got it. Jake Harper wrapped him up. He's going to pick up a half yard. It's going to bring up fourth down and about 2. And you got to think they got to go for it here, Dad.
Yeah, where they're at on the field, although from what we saw out of that kicker warming up, he's within range.
We'll see. It's at about the 37. That'd be a 47.
Yeah.
Be about a 52-yarder, man. I think he'd have a leg to do it, but I don't think they're going to try for a kick. I think
they're going to go for it, Chris.
Fourth down and 2. King stays in the shotgun. Smith is decided to his left. Blitz coming.
Look at pass.
Looks to his left. He's got a man. And it is caught. He gets hit by Colt Redding and crumbles. But not before picking up a Branding Iron Steakhouse first down. That was Jacob Inman, the senior, catching it. He's going to limp off the field now. Good pitch and throw by the junior to the senior. But they moved the chains. That's what they needed. But again, physical game by Fairview. He paid a price for it.
He was a quarter inch away from a pick.
He was.
I mean, I thought he got it.
6:10 left in the third. Fairview leads 28-0. King in the shotgun takes a snap, looks downfield, has a man in the flat at the 35, caught. He's down to the 30, the 20, the 22-yard line, where he'll be forced out of bounds. And that was Noah Stafford, the senior, picks up enough for a Branding Iron Steakhouse first down for the Tigers. And that'll move it down to inside the red zone. There's going to be a heat timeout. We're going to take a timeout as well. We'll be back in about 50 seconds on the Fairview Aggie Sports Network. Fairview leads the score 28-0.
Powering the good life. That's what Cullman Electric Cooperative does. Reliable, affordable electricity to keep your home running and Sprout Fiber Internet to keep you connected with blazing fast Wi-Fi for home, school, and work. They are proud to support the student athletes, cheerleaders, and band members who bring energy and pride to our community every single day. Cullman Electric Cooperative and Sprout Fiber Internet, powering the good life.
In 1952, 7 men at an aluminum plant banded together and started Lister Hill Credit Union with only $5 each. Today, more than 92,000 have joined us, continuing the legacy of supporting themselves and the community through Lister Hill. It's all about we and what we can do together.
Welcome back to the Fairview Aggie Sports Network, and we talked about what Ardmore needed to do, and Dad, honestly, they're doing it.
Yep, they are. They've got a different running back in number 21, a sophomore, but he's kind of a big, strong kid. Put you to mind of Jake a little bit.
Well, he stays in the ball game. That's Smith. He's in the shotgun, takes a handoff around the left side.
Nothing there.
Speaking of Jake, he gets chopped down by Jake Harper after a loss of a half a yard. Nowhere to go.
No. He ran into the heat that time because there was 2 guys out there. And Jake was the front man. He hit him, the other one finished it off.
Checking into the game for Ardmore, the junior wide receiver, Caden Larson. He lines up to the near side. Got two receivers to the near side. Smith stays in at running back. He lines up to King's right. King takes the snap, looks downfield, out in the flat.
Dropped.
And waiting on the signal, incomplete. Put it in the hands of the senior receiver, Noah Stafford. He couldn't bring it down, man.
No, it was thrown a little bit behind him, it looked like, Chris. He had to lean back for it.
I think if he leads him, that's a completion.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Ardmore's not having luck going down the field, but they're tearing up the flats.
True. They are.
King is out there, looks to the sideline. The sophomore running back, Jalen Smith, is beside him. Very talented young man. I mean, I'm impressed by what I've seen.
Yeah, I am too.
Two receivers to the far side. He looks that way, and it is batted down. Jay Stevens got his hands up and batted it down, incomplete. 5:13 left in the third, and it's going to bring up fourth down and very long, man.
Okay, well, 28-0. You know they need points. Three's not going to do it. So they're out on the field taking the play and looking to see what it's going to do. They're going to go for it here.
Smith stays on the field. You know, I understand you're down by 4 scores. You got a big field goal kicker. I might want to take the points.
But might be a little bit of a moral victory, but, you know, I don't believe it's going to catapult you up to what you need to get.
You're not wrong. Flags come in.
Too much time.
I believe it's going to be a delay game. And it is. Delay a game against Ardmore. So that's going to back them up even more. Going to make it fourth down at about 15. 5:13 left in the third. Fairview leads 28-0. King takes the shotgun. And we got flags. No flags, just whistles. It's going to be a timeout called by Fairview. 5:11 left in the third. Fairview leads 28-0. We'll be right back on the Fairview Aggie Sports Network.
Cullman Appliance Repair is now Cullman Appliance and HVAC Repair, now servicing your heating and air needs as well. Servicing most models and brands, they can be found on Facebook or Google for those appliance or HVAC repair needs. Proudly supporting Cullman area athletics and collegiate football. When that appliance or HVAC system frustrates you and you're in need of a repairman, Robert Brantley and his team are ready to help. They're available via call or text at 256-507-3415 or on Facebook, Google, or online at CullmanApplianceRepair.com. Alabama HVAC number 22238.
Founded in 1887, Cullman Savings Bank serves the people of Cullman with a full line of banking services. One of those services is their legacy checking account, available to those 50-plus, military, teachers, policemen, and firefighters. It features no monthly service charge, interest earned on any balance, free paper or e-statements, and 2 free boxes of checks per year, along with other features. You can stop by any one of 4 convenient locations and ask them about the legacy checking account, or visit www.cullmansavingsbank.com for more information. Cullman Savings Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Welcome back to the Fairview Aggie Sports Network. It's 4th and 15. King's in the shotgun. He takes a snap. He's being chased. Jake Harper's after him. He goes to his right. He's going to get across the line of scrimmage, but then forced out of bounds. The Aggies take over on downs. Big time play by Jake Harper on defense, Dad.
Yeah, it was. Jake put the boom on him there on that sideline. He had no chance to go ahead and get what he needed.
Fairview comes straight to the line of scrimmage. Harper stays in with Colt Redding. 2 receivers on either side, spreading that field out. Colt's looking downfield, got Connor Scott at about the 28. He catches the ball and then immediately steps out of bounds. Let's see where it's going to be marked. They're going to say about the 26. Pick up a 5 for Connor Scott. Excellent pitch and catch.
Yeah, it was. You know, something I've noticed, that's about the 3rd time I've seen him going ahead, Jake Harper going ahead, staying in the block for Redding in pass protection. He didn't even go out.
Well, He takes the fake handoff. Redding rolls to his right. He's got Jay Stevens in the flat.
Ooh.
Very good catch. He's across the 30, up to about the 32. Picked up 7 or 8. They're going to save at 35, Dad. That's enough for a Branding Iron Steakhouse. First down for the Aggies. Colt Redding stays on the field. He's got Jake Harper beside him. Up tempo, 1st and 10. Ball's at the 42. He looks out to the flat. Pitch and catch, caught. Caught at about the 40-yard line. And that was Aiden Batts on the catch, Dad. Going to be a pickup of about 4.
That was a smoke ball, boy.
It sure was.
I mean, he didn't ease off at all.
No.
It looked like you were looking at a baseball game there and see the major leaguer throw a fastball.
I was going to say that was a major league fastball.
Great minds think alike, Chris.
Ball on the 40. 2nd down to 7. Colt Redding takes a snap, hands it off to Harper. Oh my goodness, he's dragging people across the 40, across the 50,
1, 2, 3.
to the 47. Big pickup of 9 yards.
There was 5 guys hanging up.
Dragging 5 defenders. One of them goes about 3 bills. That's that big number 72. Yo, that's... So on that saves me. You gotta be the one that saves me. You gotta be the one that saves me. With 3:21 left in the 3rd, and man, he made the entire team miss him. What a run by Jake Harper. What is that, his 4th touchdown of the night? Yes, it is. That's his 4th.
Was it?
It is. Colt Redding comes on to attempt the extra point. The lead 34-0 for the Aggies. 3:21 left in the 3rd. With this extra point, it'll be 35. There's the kick. The kick is up. The kick is good. So with 3:21 left, the Fairview Aggies extend the lead 35-0. You're listening to the Fairview Aggies Sports Network. We'll be right back in 40 seconds.
You've changed thousands of diapers, cut off hundreds of crusts, played hours of peekaboo and duck duck goose because you'd do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Tisha Brewer will make it easy and affordable to help protect your family, no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you'd do anything for, life insurance could mean everything.
I'm Tisha at Tisha Brewer State Farm. We're located behind Cook's Pest Control at 909 Fisher Street. You can reach us at 256-734-4645. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome back to Friday Night Live on the Fairview Aggie Sports Network. And Dad, that was a man run. That was a couple of man runs by number 15, Jake Harper.
Yeah, some of the boys from Ardmore thought they was going to get carried back up that way because that's what direction they were going.
Well, I mean, if he would have kept going, they'd have him there by daybreak. Colt Redding kicks it off. It's going to be fair caught at the 28. And, again, no return.
I tell you what, they've looked at film and saw what Redding's capable of doing. And as quick as that ball is on the toe, they're signaling fair catch.
They are. They're not wanting to take a chance because, you know, Fairview's got 4 turnovers now in the kicking game. Yeah. This season. That's better than 1 a game.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
I mean, man, that's pretty spectacular. We got 3:21 left in the 3rd. Fairview leads 35-0. You're listening to the Fairview Aggie Sports Network. I'm Christopher Greer, joined by my partner in crime, Joseph Greer, and my son, Charlie. He's our spotter. And it's been all Fairview so far. King lines up in the shotgun. He's got that sophomore running back, Jalen Smith, lined up beside him. Hands it off to Smith. He goes off left guard.
Runs it to a
pile.
pile.
Go, man. That's a pile, and we're waiting to see who's at the bottom.
74.
I should have known. That's another one of those Latham boys. That would be Avery Latham. And we have an Ardmore player down. Looks like a cramp. They're going to take an injury timeout. 3:06 left in the third quarter. We're going to take a timeout about 1:06. We'll be back after these messages on the Aggie Sports Network.
You know, we have one of the coolest places right here in Cullman. It's Cleaning and More Cullman on County Road 437. Cleaning and More Cullman has reliable and professional residential and commercial cleaning services tailored to your needs. And I know because we use Cleaning and More Cullman at the Warhurst Team Realtors for our buyers and sellers. Cleaning and More Cullman is more than just cleaning supplies. They have janitorial supplies like trash can liners of all sizes, cleaning supplies, mops, brooms, paper towels, they have it all. Plus concession stand and restaurant supplies like cups, cutleries, plates, to-go containers, bags, straws, nacho trays, even popcorn bags. Cleaning and More Cullman has it all. Need climate control storage? How about 10 by 10, 10 by 15, and 10 by 20 units? And they even have the U-Haul trucks to carry your stuff. You can check them out at cleaningandmorecullman.com. You can get info at cleaningandmorecullman.com, or the way I like, you can dial them up at 256-736-9944. 256-736-9944. Cleaning and More Cullman, County Road 437, under the big white sign with the U-Hauls.
Welcome back to the Fairview Aggie Sports Network at Dafford Smith Stadium. Fairview leads 35-0, 3 minutes left in the third. King takes a snap, he hands it off to Smith off the left guard. And that young man is driving his feet. He picked up about 11 yards, Dad.
That was a very good carry.
That was running with authority because he was dragging defenders, and he picks up a Branding Iron Steakhouse first down for the Tigers. Smith stays in the ballgame. I have to wonder if Hawthorne is injured. We haven't seen him since the first quarter.
No, we haven't. Not that I recall, Chris. I know here, second half, we haven't seen him at all. They've been running number 21.
Clock still moving down to 2:30 left in the third. King in the shotgun. He's going to hand it off to Smith going on the right side. Chopped down by Colt Redding coming up from his safety spot. Not before he picks up 6 yards. He rumbled for 6.
He's loaded when he gets going.
He is.
He runs that middle.
Well, speaking of running, though, the problem with that is the clock keeps ticking.
Is what?
The clock keeps ticking.
Yeah.
It's going to be second down at about 4. We're down under 2 minutes left in the third. King lines up in shotgun. Smith lines up behind you. Takes it, hands it off to Smith.
Oh.
Tries to make a cut, slips. He's going to lose a yard. Being chased by a host of Aggie defenders, led by Braxton Kilpatrick, number 62. But it was gravity that got him right there, Dad. Going to be third down at 4.
I think that grass monkey come up and trip him.
Yeah, you got to watch out for the line monster.
Yeah.
You never know when he'll reach up and touch you and grab you.
Yeah.
Or convince you to run out in the pass pattern if you're an offensive lineman. 1:11 in the third quarter. Fairview leads 35-0. Third down at 5 to go. Blitz being shown. King's going to take a snap.
He's going to carry it.
He's carrying it. He's not going to get a yard. He's going to lose a half a yard. Brought down by Joseph Harbison. Big time play by the sophomore. Coming from his defensive line position. It's going to be fourth down and 5, Dad. Punt unit comes on the field for Addison.
Yeah.
A little bit of a surprise here.
Yeah, it really is. That kicker is one that was booming him earlier in warm-ups.
High snap. He brings it down.
Good kick.
Yeah, it is a good kick. It's going to bounce about the 20. Takes an Ardmore bounce. Inside the 10, and I think they carried it into the end zone.
No.
Oh, they sure did.
That was close.
They tried to down it at the 1. He dove at it, and it rolled into the end zone. So, possible miscue, there for Ardmore. They had a chance to really pin them deep, Dad, but it just didn't happen. It's going to be first down and 10 from the 20 now. Colt Redding leads his team onto the field. Jake Harper's in the backfield beside him. Harper's got to be getting close to being done for the night. I imagine this will probably be the last series we see him on.
All right, play called in. Now they're getting in their alignment.
Colt Redding takes a snap. He's going to swing it out to Connor Scott. Complete. He's across the 20, 25, up across the 30-yard line. Let's make sure he didn't step out of bounds.
Nope. First down.
That'll be a branding iron first down for the Aggies. Good pitch and catch. Colt Redding out to Connor Scott. Connor's probably turned into his number one receiver, although it's hard to say that because Jay Smith has been having such a great year. Well, that's going to be the end of 4. At the end of 4, Fairview leads 35-0. We'll take a break between quarters. We'll be back in about 1:07 with the rest of this ball game on the Fairview Aggie Sports Network.
At Plus One Heating and Air, we believe in more than just fixing your HVAC system. Our team of skilled technicians is dedicated to providing top-notch service with a smile. Whether it's installation, repairs, or maintenance, you can trust Plus One Heating and Air to get the job done right the first time.
I've never experienced service like this before. Plus One Heating and Air not only fixed my heating system promptly, they also ensured everything was running smoothly. They truly care about their customers.
So when you're in need of heating and air services, remember the company that's willing to walk that extra mile for you. Plus One Heating and Air, where trust meets exceptional service. Hey, Cullman fans, when it's game time, it's pizza time, and nobody brings the flavor like Pasquale's Pizza, a Cullman tradition with the original recipe since 1968. We're talking fresh, made from scratch dough, zesty signature sauce, and a mountain of melty cheese. Still made with the same recipe you've loved for over 55 years. You can dine in or carry out and taste the hometown tradition that's been winning since day one. Pasquale's Pizza, a Cullman tradition, and still making it the way we used to, because that's how Cullman likes it.
Welcome back to the Fairview Aggie Sports Network. I'm Christopher Greer, joined by my partner in crime, Joe Greer. And Dad, at the end of 3 quarters, Fairview's leading comfortably 35-0. And that offense for Ardmore is not crisp anymore.
No, they're kind of wore down a little bit, Chris. You could tell when they got a 4th down, they was going to come out and punted it.
Well, we have a new running back in the ball game. That would be Ernesto Vasquez. The junior, he lines up in the backfield with Colt Redding. It's going to be second down, about 2 yards to go. Ball spotted on the 27. Vasquez takes a handoff, goes off the right side. He's across the 30 up to about the 31, picks up 4. That'll be enough for a Branding Iron Steakhouse. First down for the Aggies. And that moves the chains. Vasquez is another one of these talented running backs. There's a whole stable full of them here in Fairview. Of course, you've got, Harper, Jake, number 14. Then you've got Rex Chandler. You've got Ernesto Vasquez. He's going to take the pitch going off the right side. Can't get the edge. Brought down at the 32. And he is brought down by Braden McKnight. Big time play by the linebacker for Ardmore. Pickup of 1. Wide receiver comes off, and he's getting an earful full from Coach Redding. I believe somebody missed the block. 11 minutes left.
I believe you're right, Chris, because he just come roaring in there untouched.
Well, he did, and when that guy came to the sideline, Coach Redding came roaring at him. Redding takes a snap, rolls to his left, throws it out, is complete at the 40.
Good stiff arm.
45, stiff arm up to the 50. That's Connor Scott on the reception. Cancel that. That's Connor Duncan on the reception. And a Branding Iron Steakhouse. First down for the Aggies. Big time pitch and catch to the junior. And, man, that was a big time stiff arm to pick up the first down, Dad.
It was. It got him another 4 or 5 yards.
Ernesto Vasquez stays out in the backfield with Colt Redding. Ball is just shy of midfield at the 49. Clock ticking now. 10:40 left in the ball game. Fairview rolling. You got to think they're wanting to burn clock.
Well, you know they will.
Burn clock, maybe score one more time, let's go home. Cole Redding's got Vasquez behind him. He'll hand it off to him. Picks his way off the left side. Got a seam. Across the 45. Across the 40 down to about the 37. Pickup of 12 for the junior. And a Branding Iron Steakhouse first down for the Aggies. 10:30 left in the ball game. The only knock on that run by Vasquez, he got out of bounds. Stay in bounds, young man.
Yeah, he'll learn that.
Cole Redding looks to the near sideline. There's a new running back in the ball game. Connor Duncan lines up beside him. Nope, that's Vasquez. He hands it off to Vasquez off left guard. Nowhere to go. Picks up maybe a yard.
He got hammered, too.
He sure did. I believe that was number 32, Braden McKnight again, Dad.
He's done that several times tonight.
He certainly is. Well, in the Cullman game, Jasper leads 23-21.
Wow.
Middle of the third, they certainly have. West Point is up 35-8. That's a surprise.
Yeah, it is.
Cole Redding's going to hand it off. And
got the corner.
That's Easton Fitch. He's got the corner up to the 20, up to the 10-yard line. Big time gain, about 20 yards for the freshman. And that's a Branding Iron Steakhouse first down for the Aggies.
Good for him.
Next man up. Yeah, that's a big first down for Easton Fitch. And I know his parents are just overjoyed. You know, they have to be.
Yeah, for him just to even be able to dress out as a freshman is good. But he's getting playing time, showing what he's capable of.
And he's behind the number one offensive line. He takes the handoff, goes to the right, gets by one to the 10, the 5, and he's in there.
Yeah.
Touchdown, Aggies! The freshman picks up his first score in a high school uniform. And that's going to make it 41-0 as the cowbells come out and start to ring. What a run. Two great runs by Easton Fitch. 9 minutes left in the ball game. Colt Redding comes on to attempt the extra point. There's the snap. The kick. It's up. And the kick is good. 9 minutes left to go. Fairview extends the lead. 42-0. We'll be right back in about 39 seconds on the Fairview Aggie Sports Network.
In today's world, broadband internet is an absolute necessity. Unfortunately, the large cable and phone companies only provide broadband internet where it's profitable for them. For the rest of us, there's Cyber Broadband. Providing internet service since 2004, Cyber utilizes a small radio antenna to deliver broadband where cable and DSL don't go. You can join the 21st century today with Cyber Broadband, supporting streaming, VPN access, and everything else you've been wanting to do with that slow internet connection. It's Cyber Broadband for the win. They can be found online at cyberbroadband.net or look them up on Facebook.
teed up on about the 40-yard line. Big time run by Easton on that last play. There's the kick. It's going to be high and short, and it's actually going to be dropped. They're going to return it, picks it up, and at the 25, goes backward to the 27, trying to get to the edge, across the 30 to 35, up to about the 37-yard line. Speaking of freshmen, there's another one, James Short, with the play on special teams. Ardmore takes over, 1st and 10 on the 35. I'll tell you what, the cupboard's not looking bare at all for these Aggies, Dad.
No, it's not.
Well, let's see who they bring out. We've got some new defensive linemen in the lineup for Fairview. I'll get some numbers and names for you here momentarily. At nose guard is big number 71, Aaron Lanes. There's the snap. He's going to hand it off to Smith. Goes off left guard. And he is brought down.
Number 60.
Good tackle. And I do not have a name on that young man.
I don't either.
I'll find out for you by next week. Pick up a 5 for the Tigers. We're just going to bring the ball up to the 45-yard line. King stays out there with Smith in the backfield. 2 wide receivers to the far side. 8 minutes, 20 seconds left in the ball game. Blitz being shown by Fairview. King takes a snap. He's going to fake the handoff. Rolling out. He's under pressure. Being chased and brought down by 2 different Aggies. On that sack was Rogelio Lanes, a sophomore, and if I mispronounce that first name, I apologize. That sack dropped them back 4 more yards. Going to bring up 3rd down and 9, Dad. Sophomores getting it done on defense.
You know why these freshmen and sophomores are so good when they get up to get the start?
Because they get opportunities on Friday night.
That's right.
King looks to the sideline.
Experience is something you can't buy.
Right.
You have to get it.
The score is 42-0. Fairview comfortably got the lead. And whistles blow. It's going to be a timeout by Ardmore. We're going to take a timeout as well. We'll be back in 48 seconds. Fairview leads 42-0 on the Fairview Aggies Sports Network.
When it comes to securing a home loan, you want someone who knows the ropes and can guide you every step of the way. That's where Josh Phillips of Maven Mortgage comes in.
I'm Josh Phillips with Maven Mortgage Group. You can reach me at 256-338-2920. And whether it's your first time buying a home or your 5th time, we'd love the opportunity to serve you and your family in all your home financing needs.
Josh Phillips and Maven Mortgage. Their name says it all. Experience you can trust, knowledge that works for you. With one phone call, you can take the next step toward your dream home with Josh Phillips of Maven Mortgage. Your home, your future. Josh Phillips and Maven Mortgage. 256-338-2920. 256-338-2920. NMLS number 338177.
Welcome back to the Fairview Aggie Sports Network. I'm Christopher Greer. Ardmore has the ball, 3rd down and 9. King takes a snap.
Going deep.
Field going deep. He's got a man, but well defended. Did it get in there? And it did. It was caught. The defender made a play on the ball and just couldn't get a hand on it. That was Austin Damon who had defense. The catch was to the senior wide receiver, Noah Stafford. Big pickup of about 40 and a Branding Iron Steakhouse 1st down for the Ardmore Tigers. That might only be the 2nd or 3rd one of the half, Dad. Moves it inside the red zone. Ball's on the 16. King takes a snap. He's going to hand it off to Smith. Smith rumbles for about 3 yards and then brought down by the Aggie defense. Be 2nd down and 6. We have a new quarterback in the game for Ardmore. No, we do not. No, we do not. My mistake. I thought they'd put the backup in, but King is still in the ball game. He's in the shotgun, takes a snap, hands it off to Smith. He goes off guard. He's going to lower his shoulder and churn those legs.
He's close.
He's going to be very close to the sticks. I don't know if he's got it. We're waiting on a signal. It's going to be short. It's going to be a pickup of about 2 or 3. brings up 3rd down and 2. New running back checks in the game now for Ardmore. It's going to be Ronnie Pliant. Quarterback takes the snap. He goes off right guard.
Touchdown.
He gets to the 5. Touchdown, Ardmore. King rumbles up right off of the guard. Picks up the needed yardage. Needed about 9 yards, and they got it.
Who carried that ball, Chris?
That was the junior quarterback, Alex King, Dad. Now the kicker comes on to attempt the extra point. That's Gabe Alejandro, the senior, and he's got a cannon for a leg. There's the snap. The kick is up. The kick is good. So with 6 minutes left in the ball game, Fairview still leads 42-7. We'll be right back in 41 seconds on the Fairview Aggies Sports Network.
Looking to buy or sell your home? You can trust a team that treats you like family.
We're the Warhurst Team Realtors at SR4 Realty, a husband and wife real estate duo with deep roots and unmatched knowledge of the market.
We know every corner, every neighborhood, and what it takes to get you the best deal.
And our top priority, you. From your first showing to final closing, we're by your side every step of the way. Because when you work with us, you're not just a client, you're family. We're the Warhurst Team Realtors at SR4 Realty. Real estate with heart, hustle, and hometown care.
You can find us on Facebook or Instagram at the Warhurst Team Realtors.
Welcome back to the Fairview Aggie Sports Network. I'm Christopher Greer, joined by my partner in crime, Joe Greer. And so far it's been all Aggies, but a little bit of life there from the Ardmore Tigers, Dad. They got in the end zone finally. That was the quarterback who ran that one in about 9 yards out or so. And they lose the shutout, but you know what? You still have to be happy with your defense.
Yeah, your defense played well all night long. Your offense has too.
Gabe Alejandro tees up the ball. Might see a onside here. Would not surprise me in the least. 6 minutes left in regulation. Fairview leads 42-7. There's the kick. He kicks it deep. It's going to be fielded at about the 10, up to 15, to the 20, 25. That's Colt Redding up to the 30, lowers his shoulder, delivers an impact. Good return, 25-yard return by the senior. And, man, he looked like John Riggins at the end of the play, Dad. He delivered the impact. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Aggies. Ball will be spotted on the 30, 5:54 left in the game. And let's see who comes out for the Aggies quarterback. Thinking we might see somebody different. And, yep, we sure are. Number 9, Omar Cruz, lines up in the backfield to take the snap. Beside him is Ernesto Vasquez. Cruz takes the snap, hands it off to Vasquez, goes off the left guard, lowers his shoulder, running hard, picks up 2 yards. Drug a defender for 2 yards. Good run by the junior.
That was impressive.
It certainly was. And now checking into the ball game is one of those talented young freshmen. That's James Short. And he'll be checking in at running back. His brother plays wide receiver, and I can tell you from coaching against him last year, those two are a handful. Big time. Short lines up to the Cruz's left.
There he goes.
He'll get the ball, goes off right side, makes a cut to the 40, to the 50. Nobody's going to catch him, I don't think, to the 30. Oh, man, the defender took an angle. Gets him down at about the 25-yard line. Big time pickup, Dad. That's about a 55-yard run by the freshman. And a Branding Iron Steakhouse first down for the Aggies.
That was impressive. He had the right angle on him, but he tried to cut back under him and went down. But had he continued on, he would have went down anyway because the guy had him lined up.
Well, you have to think this young man was playing 8th grade football last year.
Yeah.
Now he's playing varsity. That's the difference in the speed.
That's the first carry, I think, for this year, isn't it?
No, he had a touchdown in week 1.
Okay.
They hand it off to Short again. He goes around the left end. He's going to lower his shoulder and pick up 3 yards on first down. He's going to bring up 2nd and 7. Ball's going to be inside the 25 now to about the 24. Short comes off of the field now. Ernesto Vasquez checks back in. Cruz stays out there at quarterback. And he's a young man. He's a sophomore. Now they're going to change the play. Looking to the sideline. 4 minutes left in the ball game. Fairview leads 42-7. And you got to think Coach Redding would be happy to just run clock.
Yeah, he would.
He doesn't care about another score. Just run clock. Cruz takes a snap. He swings it out. It's caught at about the 27. Gets away from a man up to the 20, up to the 19. Good pitch and catch out to Connor Duncan. And that's going to be a pickup of about 6 yards. Good throw by the sophomore, Dad.
Yeah, that was a little swing pass, man. Money in the bank. That and bubble screens.
It certainly is. Omar Vasquez stays out there. He's going to be on the field with number 9. That's Omar Cruz, backup quarterback. Now they're going to a huddle. It's going to be 3rd down and about 5. You don't see this very often from Fairview, man. A lot of times they just go up tempo.
Yeah, they do.
Run you to death. He hands it off to Cruz around the right side. Gets by 1, still fighting and turning his legs. They're going to say his knee touched at about the 25. Loss of a yard, but fighting and fighting, he just wouldn't go down, man.
No, he wouldn't. He was outnumbered bad over there, about 5-1.
He's going to bring up 4th down and 7, well within Cole Redding's field goal range.
Now,
I doubt we'll see him come out.
No.
2:30 left in the ball game. Clock's ticking. Fairview leads 42-7. Cruz stays in. He's got Vasquez beside him. 3 receivers to the far side. 4th down. I believe we're fixing to see a swing pass. I'm going to say it's going to Connor Duncan. He's in the slot. Cruz looks downfield. Now he's going to run.
Oh, he got caught.
Nowhere to go. He got caught. He's going to go down to the 25. Be a loss of a couple of yards. And Ardmore takes over on downs. Big time stop. Under 2 minutes, the clock's still ticking. The score 42-7, Fairview leads. And that's going to be I believe it's going to be a heat break. We're going to take one as well. We'll be right back in 54 seconds on the Fairview Aggies Sports Network.
Are you looking for a reliable ride at the lowest prices in town with financing? PNC Auto has you covered. Finance options for all credit types, good, bad, or ugly. Plus, a free vehicle report is available for each listing. You can get pre-qualified today online at mypcauto.com. And they offer a free 90-day powertrain warranty or free maintenance for a year. No, we're not kidding. Chad Johnson and Paul Carpenter are ready to help you drive away happy today. Chad is available at 256-493-2491, or Paul can be reached at 256-339-9932. PNC Auto on Highway 278 just past the Methodist Church, or online at mypcauto.com.
Yep. Welcome back to the Fairview Aggie Sports Network. And on the first down play, Ardmore ran to the left, and James Short blew it up after a 4-yard gain. King stays in. He's going to hand it to Smith off the right side. Brought down by a host of Aggies. And I believe that was led by John Short. That's James Short's brother on that tackle. Loss of 1. It'll be 3rd down and 6, Dad.
Under a minute left to play, Chris. This really has kind of been a quick game.
It certainly has.
As many points as we've gotten.
Down to about 49 seconds. This might be the last play. Both Short brothers are on the field now. One of them lines up wide to the left, covering a man. They're going to take the snap, run it off the right guard. That's Smith. Driving his legs, picks up about 4. Going to be short of the first down. That'll be 4th and 1.
24 seconds left, Chris. I don't even know if they'll run another play.
I don't believe they will.
I don't know. They're lining up now.
15 seconds. Ardmore lines up. King is in the shotgun. Takes a snap. Hands it off to Smith. Goes off the left side. He'll pick up about 4 yards. Then the purple wave just stops him.
That's it.
That's going to be it. That will do it for regulation. Fairview wins 42-7. 42-7. They're going across the field to shake hands. The Aggies get it done. We're going to take a quick 56-second break. We'll be right back after these messages to break down the action in our post-game show. You're listening to the Fairview Aggie Sports Network. Fairview wins 42-7.
Live 95 is brought to you in part by Merchants Bank of Alabama, a division of South Point, now with several locations across the state, but still located in the heart of Cullman County. They are a proud sponsor of Cullman Community Radio on Live 95. Merchants Bank of Alabama, a division of South Point, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Guthrie's Auto Service has been providing quality automotive service since 1985. Located in Cullman on Eva Road, just north of 157, Guthrie's Auto Service is a AAA approved and Napa Auto Care Center, meaning their repair work is warranted up to 3 years or 36,000 miles. And because they're part of the Napa Auto Care Network, their work is also warranted at over 14,000 Napa Auto Care locations across the country. Terry Guthrie and his team are award-winning, collecting Napa's Auto Care Center of the Year for the Nashville Distribution Center and a People's Choice Award in 2020. More information is online at Guthrie'sAutoservice.net.
Welcome back to the Fairview Aggie Sports Network here at Dafford Smith Stadium. Fairview got it done again. The score 42-7. And here's something I like, Dad. And this is something that happens at Fairview quite often. Both teams are intermingling on the 50-yard line to have a post-game prayer together.
Yeah, I do like that, especially the things that's gone on here in the United States the last few days.
You know, I couldn't agree more. You know, we need as many things to bring us together as we can get.
Yeah.
You know, and little things like this, well, they turn into big things. And little moments like this turn into big moments for some young men.
Well, it can go into a life-changing moment.
Certainly.
It can move their trajectory to where things might not be so good to where they're improved.
Well, let's talk a little bit about Ardmore. You know, and then we'll talk a little bit about Fairview, Dad. Ardmore came out in the first quarter, and they were able to move the ball. They were able to run the ball effectively, you know, especially between the tackles, especially to the left. That left side, they saw something, and they tore that up. But Fairview would bend, but they wouldn't break.
No.
You know, several times they got down the Fairview side of the field, and they'd always come up with a turnover or stop, something. And that did not change until late in the fourth quarter when the backups were in, and Ardmore was able to get the ball down inside the red zone where their quarterback, you know, Alex King, who got beat on all night, honestly, he had a couple of really strong runs and got in the end zone for the Tigers.
Well, you're right. They had bright spots, but they couldn't put enough of them together to where they could get any scores. You know, they couldn't sustain anything. They may go ahead and get some first downs. I show them getting 15 first downs.
Right.
You would think with 15 first downs, you would get more than 7 points.
Well, I believe the 15 first downs, that's on Ardmore. You're correct.
Yeah. This one over here is Fairview. We had 22.
Well, I'll tell you, offensively, Fairview pretty much could do what they wanted to do.
Yeah, they could. You know, Ardmore didn't go ahead and fold and give up in the first quarter. You know, we were playing some pretty good ball, and they hung in there and kept digging and kept digging and kept trying. And, you know, they have some young players that are really good. That number 21, number 13. You know, they'll all be back next year.
Well, let me give you a couple of scoring updates, Dad. Cullman right now down 23-21 to Jasper at the start of the fourth quarter, and I'll tell you, they are playing tough.
Yeah.
big time tough. I mean, you got to be happy if you're a Cullman fan. I mean, you want them to win, but at the same time, man, they are playing so hard.
Well, they did last week too. Athens.
They certainly did. West Point, we do not have a score in the Good Hope game yet, but West Point, we do have a final. And the final is West Point wins 41-8.
Wow.
That is a shock.
And who were they playing?
They're playing Lawrence County, and Lawrence County is a tough team.
Not tonight, they weren't.
Well, we're going to take a quick break, about, 50 seconds or so. When we come back, we're going to break down the scoring for the Aggies. The final score here on the Fairview Aggie Network, 42-7. Fairview rolls again. We'll be right back after these messages.
Powering the good life. That's what Cullman Electric Cooperative does. Reliable, affordable electricity to keep your home running and Sprout Fiber Internet to keep you connected with blazing fast Wi-Fi for home, school, and work. They are proud to support the student athletes, cheerleaders, and band members who bring energy and pride to our community every single day. Cullman Electric Cooperative and Sprout Fiber Internet, powering the good life.
In 1952, 7 men at an aluminum plant banded together and started Lister Hill Credit Union with only $5 each. Today, more than 92,000 have joined us, continuing the legacy of supporting themselves and the community through Lister Hill. It's all about we and what we can do together.
Welcome back to the Fairview Aggie Sports Network. I'm going to pass it off to my partner and my father, Joe Greer. But before I do, Cullman just tied up Jasper 23-23. Man, I'll tell you, they're playing some football over there in Cullman. They're not getting wins, but man, they're trying.
Yeah, it's not for lack of trying, that's for sure.
Well, break down the scores for us, Dad.
All right, we started out Fairview here. We had a total of 22 unofficial first downs. We also had 4 penalties for unofficial 39 yards. Scoring consisted of Colt Redding, a 4-yard touchdown in the first. A 4-yard rush for Jake Harper in the first. Took the score to 14-0. Somebody's having a birthday.
They certainly are.
All right, and then let's see here. All right, Harper again in the second. 4-yard rush again.
I believe he either ended up with 3 or 4.
No, he had 3.
He had 3. Yeah, because Chandler got the next one.
Yep, Chandler.
27-yarder.
27-yard rush.
He had some pretty runs.
Yeah, he did. And then 47-yard rush. Jake Harper.
That was his third of the night.
Yes, and it was, let's see, 321.
Yep.
In the fourth.
And then we got some freshmen in the ball game.
Yeah, and one of them.
Yep.
At 9:03.
Well, we got 2 good-looking freshmen carry the ball.
Oh, we did. Finch went ahead and did a 12-yard rush.
Well, that was a 12-yard touchdown for Easton Fitch, but it was after he broke about a 25-yard run.
Yeah, and the other one broke about a 50-yard run. Didn't get in the end zone. But man, he was moving. What was his name again, Chris?
That was James Short, number 26.
Yeah. The Short brothers.
Yeah, man.